Hello, everybody. I am your host of Car Chronicles. Hello. I am your host, Miss Nicole Tyler, aka Sexy Clean, the ruler. I am in the building. How are you all tonight? Yes, it is March 4th, 2020. I'm telling y'all, Christmas is right around the corner, okay? I'm going to get me a doggone P.O. box for anybody that wants to send me some Christmas gifts early, okay? Because this year is already flying by. It is. Welcome to tonight's Car Chronicles. Woo, I am exhausted, okay? From being on the YouTube streets, honey. From being on the YouTube streets, it was hell today on the YouTube streets. I said it. It started last night. And let me tell you, now hell is surrounded by fire, right? But what was in hell cooking was some damn fish. I said it. Apparently, a lot of women was like, hell to the no, we ain't going down there, okay? When I tell you, today has been crazy. And it started some days last week. It got popping last night. Shout out to the Wally show, because we do know Wally is really good at interviewing and being messy and entertaining at the same time. And that's what people love about Wally. Okay, that has never been an issue with Wally. We all know his talents, okay? And I've always said that the boy is talented. But he does have an evil, messy side to his ass too. And Miss Nicole Tyler gonna call it out. Now, if you all been keeping up with Miss Nicole Tyler, y'all know I said I got a belt for him. Okay? The belt is the truth. Okay? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Child, I am exhausted from today's YouTube streets. Are y'all exhausted? I saw a lot of y'all out there. If you all have been watching, y'all probably seen me in Wally's lives today, okay? But let me tell you, what had me on the floor in shock, stop my damn breathing, was Armon Wiggins. Child. Hey everybody, I am here. I'm exhausted too, y'all, from the fish. I'm exhausted too from the fish. The fish, you know, towards the end of the day, I was tired of hearing about the damn fish. I'm not gonna lie. So it has dampened my spirits a little bit, so I apologize, okay? But child, Armon Wiggins did a video yesterday sometime. He wore Storm Monroe out, okay? Now, when I did watch some of the video that I think Wally did last night, where he had Tasha K and Storm Monroe on there, I had not seen Armon Wiggins' show. And I was reading some of the chat today, and they were saying, man, bruh, it was almost like they was like, we're going to go head on and call the funeral director. I said it. Basically, that's what they were saying for Storm Monroe. I was like, what the hell did Armon say? Child. Armon Wiggins won't play no damn games.
But Tasha, you were digging for her to throw shade at me.
This is Armon Wiggins. Hello, everybody. Armon Wiggins.
Just like you did
Storm
with me
Monroe
that night. And I'm only going to touch this a little bit because this is really not my fight nor my business.
This man tore your character up, okay?
Before we head on down the road to Cantina, how many dicks she got and how big is it and can I suck it and all that. We're going to get down to that queen in a second.
They are questioning Storm Monroe's sexuality.
But I did not like, Tasha, how you try to do Neek at night.
Storm Monroe says that he is a straight man. Why in the world is he asking T.S. Madison about penis sizes
on her?
That was weird as hell. I've never seen that in my life from no damn straight man. I'm sorry.
Like she was crying and she was doing all this stuff when you knew what your intention was.
It's weird as hell.
You knew that you had took that content that she did, added a little fact to it, but then spun a narrative like she can't handle, this as business, and she doesn't really understand business, and it was nothing like that, and she's jealous.
In my opinion, Tasha K and Storm Monroe took L's. I'm sorry.
And rocking with her. Then you go and you're in different people's chats saying that you talked to her.
Hello,
right after you went and did a whole live dragging her, calling her platform trash, saying that she couldn't get the views, saying that she was insecure.
Talking about Nick at night.
Telling her that, white media does the same thing. Then you go and private the video as soon as she unprivates the video, and then you go and call her and try to make nice, and then go start telling the public that you guys are cool and you're going to facilitate conversations between her and T.S. Madison.
This Tasha K, behind
you weren't
the scenes.
Cool. You didn't care because you wouldn't have went live first and dragged her in front of thousands of people and tried to spin a narrative on her.
Tasha K, you took L. You took an L, dog.
Everybody don't really get you, and I'm the one that gets it. I see your game.
I see your game too, and it's an L.
And that's what you do every time you screw somebody over, or you do something that was very tasteless and very shallow. You try to back it up with this is business.
And unfortunately,
you know damn well what you was doing.
You dragged Storm Monroe into it.
Madison into that, because Madison even said in her video
Storm Monroe is a willful fool.
That she didn't even want to talk about the fish topic. You brought the fish topic up. So you wanted that drama. Because you even posted that you were going to have that drama. So don't come over here, and that's fine. I'm here for it. I'm built for it.
Tasha K, I could have told you not to do that, Tasha. Even me.
About anyway, right?
I could have told you that this was never going to work.
Don't go around here acting like you're here for all YouTubers and you want to support YouTubers when really your intent was to be messy, was to start drama and chaos, and you knew that was targeted towards Nick at night, because she was the only one. I
love Tasha,
but
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
But again, because you didn't have any content, and you wanted to trend the internet, and you wanted to get it on a viral moment, because you saw that everybody was getting clicks and views, and you are such a narcissist where you want to be the center of conversation.
That's
and because you weren't.
Tasha, you talented.
Went ahead and reached out to Madison.
You didn't have to do none of these things.
Because you've seen all the geo controversy, and you wanted to talk about the fish topic because you've seen that Nick at Night had blew that topic out the water. And so you wanted to be the final conversation. Just say that. Don't try to be fake.
Aman
and also don't try to make
it
seem like bitches can't talk about certain things, because girl, when the light is not on you, because the content's been boring and you know that. But when the light is not on you, you want to insert yourself.
And been stealing from
like
me.
You did.
And been stealing some of my content. I said it.
So let's be very clear.
I said it.
You don't give a damn about Nick at Night. You don't give a damn about any YouTuber.
How many of y'all been hearing, coming on my show and then going out there hearing the same stuff?
This is the first time I'll ever address that.
How many of y'all, it's not me. I know what I'm hearing out there, but I know that I'm already have put out some of this content. And it's already people saying the same stuff I'm saying on my show. It's annoying as hell. For some people, for people to downplay your talent and your content because they have none. I'm really pissed off about it, but it's okay.
Signed you up to be a bottom. Ought to be a damn shame to yourself. Kind of man walking around. What's your name? Storm Monroe.
How about that?
Fag. Anyway, this is what you wanted, okay? And I'm gonna give
Don't
it to you.
ask me who
because
I am.
I never gave it to you before. You
because
tried
a lot of that
several
content
occasions.
you're listening to is mine.
Tasha
in my
K has got you
callers,
gassed
in
up
my
thinking that
hearts and
I'm jealous
roses.
of you.
I said it.
Okay, and we're gonna get into that. But I first want to let you know why I don't like you.
Now, also,
I don't like you because you unnecessarily.
Aman Wiggins went off on Storm Monroe. One of the things that I saw out there on the streets, you all, was that
and you were like, oh yeah,
was that people was getting it twisted with the word FISH.
So for those people that are trying to make it seem like
they did not understand that it didn't even have to be that word. It could be any word.
I'm not. Understand.
The point is if biological women let that FISH word go, or any other word go, let us put that on us.
First got started.
Then
subscribers was sending me
then
who is this coming for you?
It is dismissive, it's degrading, and we're gonna soon or later our voices won't be heard.
You're a loser, you're corny.
It's not that we are in competition with anybody. It's just that we as women and as black women, we are very accepting of everybody. We as black people, we accept everybody and we love everybody, and we are the ones who are told we have to diversify. We are the ones who's always saying, yes, we love you, we love you, we love you.
I know you don't believe him because he wish he was over here so bad.
But when we say we don't like these terms, oh, it's a problem.
Okay, so
why is it that we saying we love you and we're saying the he, the she, the Latino, we're saying everything for everybody. But if we say, well, we don't like that, oh, it's a problem. See, that is the whole point of the whole situation.
Is my motherfucking mic on?
That's the whole point. The whole point is they want us silenced. They want us to just lay down and shut up. But people are I mean, even though I don't like the FISH term because it denotes smelling, but still at the same time, it's like if we lay down and accept that, then we're silencing and censoring our own damn selves. We're silencing and censoring what we bring to the earth. We're silencing and censoring that we are real mothers who give birth to boys and girls. See, that is the point of it to me.
Somebody else's titty. Ask yourself that. Don't worry about what I got going on over here. Okay? Because I don't worry about you. I don't give a fuck about you, my nigga.
Ooh.
I don't like you. You can't give me any advice. Bruh, you sit next to a person and you get shushed all day. I don't want to sit where you sit, my nigga. Why would you see this microphone? You see this shit? I run this shit. A bitch don't shush me over here. A bitch don't cut me off over here. I run this show. You don't run a motherfucking thing. You don't own shit. You are signed to a.
And the truth is, Storm Monroe is a nice guy, but he don't know what he got himself into. He don't know the arena that he's really in.
Money you make and this, that, and the third.
He was not here 2.5 years ago. He won't here.
You owe. You got to pay for your keep, nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
But you used to it because you've been paying anybody to try to get a platform. Remember, you was paying hundreds of dollars to Tommy Sotomayor? That shit didn't work. The thing is, the shit worked with Tasha K. And you're still paying for it. You're probably paying off the laptop she bought for you. You're paying off the goddamn wall she painted for you. You're paying off the camera that she paid for you. So, nigga, you can never compare to me, my nigga. And don't let that bitch gas you up because she's making money off of you.
Yep.
You don't know what it's like to be a boss. You don't know what it's like to get anything off the mud because you're a side bitch.
Yeah. It's sad.
Nothing about you is a leader. Nothing about you is a nigga. What straight man you know is gonna ask somebody what's the biggest dick they took?
I ain't never heard that in my life.
Tasha K thinks you're a joke.
Yeah, I believe that.
Every time you come onto that podcast, somebody is asking you, are you a fruitcake? You might as well come out the closet. Until you can come out the closet, my nigga, don't you ever give me no advice because you don't even love yourself. So don't tell me about loving myself when you are a straight man and you sit and gossip like a bitch all day about bitch shit. You need to be fucking bitches, not talking about them, nigga. What you talking about, son? You are a bitch.
When I heard,
so you don't need to give
when I
me
heard
any
him
advice.
going off
Me
like
and
this,
you
I
are
needed
not
my
on the
oxygen
same
mask.
frequency in any facet of life, my nigga. I don't need any advice from you. You're a fucking follower. You're a cornball.
Somebody said, no, it's not true. Okay,
You're a
call
loser.
in later.
You've
Call
always
in.
been a loser. The only thing that you're good at is probably taking a test, taking a class, and doing a research paper. That's it. I don't think that you're talented. I think that you're smart. I don't think that you have charisma or tenacity. I think you know how to follow the leader
you never heard
and follow
straight men?
direction.
I've never
That's
heard
why
that.
Tasha K.
I've never
You're
heard that.
definitely smart. You know
And
how to
neither
take the
has
tail and say,
Armon
yes, sir.
Wiggins.
Yes, master. So
Me
you
and
make a great
Armon, we ain't
bottom.
never heard that.
But outside of that,
I've never
you don't
heard
have anything.
no straight man.
You don't have any draw.
I've never heard no straight man wanting to know how many, asking another man how much do we got and giving, and I've never heard that.
Why would I want to be jealous of a nigga
That's
who
just me.
sits on a podcast?
And Aman, and that lady right there that just said she ain't never heard of it.
But he can't even get a word out because...
Matter of fact, how many of y'all got husbands that is interested in another man and how much he got? Put it in the chat. How many of y'all husbands want to know how much somebody else got, another man got? Let me know. Let me know about y'all husbands and if they interested in another man's phallus. I'll wait.
Mind you, nigga, you so
Somebody
dope.
said
You supposed to be so
is
good.
that true?
I'm jealous of you. I don't know how I'm jealous of you, but I'm supposed to be jealous of you. But a podcast, you can do with one person, and typically there's two people that's on a podcast, right? And you're supposed to be this grandioso co-host that she has now booked, and she's paying and whatever contract y'all got situated, right? So you're lit.
Hello, this is Nicole, tonight's Car Chronicles. We're talking about Armon versus Storm Monroe. What is your comment?
Hi, Nicole. How you doing?
Hello,
Stacey.
how are you? Hey, Stacy.
Good. I was the one who said that that's not true. What I'm saying is you have to realize this is a different type of interview. First of all, when you look at that, you don't look at her as a man. You look at her as women.
You're saying that Storm Monroe was looking at her as a woman,
A woman. Yes, he's not looking at her as a man. When you look
I get
at
that
her,
point.
You see what I'm saying? So when I heard the first thing, I said too, damn, why did he ask that? But I had to ask myself the same thing. Okay, he's doing his job, and this is a woman he's looking at. He's not looking at a man. You get what I'm saying?
So he was asking. So he was basically asking that question for straight men because he's straight, allegedly straight, and he's asking that question for straight men who are interested in having sex or fantasizing about T.S. Madison. Is that what you're telling me? Because
he was asking it just to be nosy. It wasn't for nobody.
Well, that's why you interview people, because I mean people have to be drawn into the questions. They gotta feel like they are a part of the interview, and so I definitely didn't care about hearing what T.S. Madison could take. So, and you're saying it was a straight man asking the question, so it won't for me. It won't for I didn't care to hear it. Anybody out there care to hear that? If that's a woman, was that question for any of you all? That's women. Did y'all care to hear how much she have take? I'm just asking a question. You know I get like this. It ain't no. I'm not mad or anything. Was this question something y'all wanted to answer? So apparently the question is not for the women in my chat. This question was a straight man asking her, so it had to be for who? Who wanted to know this? Was it down low men or gay men or straight men? Maybe those the only ones wanted to know that.
Maybe so, but I was just sitting around when you were younger, and I want everybody, all the ladies, to be honest. And how we sat around and talked to our girlfriends and be like, girl, he was packing. That was 11 inches. Or girl, such and such. He was small as I don't know.
So are you saying, are you equating Storm Monroe as being a girl? Asking another girl? Or because he's supposed to be straight?
I cannot see the chat because I'm at work.
Yeah, but no, I'm asking you.
If we all be honest with ourselves, And when we were younger, I'm talking about 18, 19, and our 20s.
But you're saying,
And
well,
we had
women talking
everyone
to
out
other
to talk.
women, not a straight man asking a trans woman.
Right, he just seen a woman sitting there. We're not even talking about trans, none of that. All he seen was a woman. He was doing an interview. It wasn't like an interview that you would do, Nicole. Look who it was, T.S. Madison. And look at back in the day, what she used to do, what her job was consist of, how she made her first million.
But let me ask you. So why didn't you think Tasha K asked the question? If we're going by your standpoint, then and it's girls that do talk like this, then why wasn't Tasha K inquisitive about
Now
this answer?
I can't answer that why Tasha K didn't answer the question, ask the question. Storm was asking the majority of the questions anyway. That's what I could not. Now I didn't see her other interview. I couldn't understand why Neek was getting so upset. Neek at Night was getting so upset because if Tasha K was really trying to stay away from even talking about Neek at Night. You see what I'm saying? Again, I did not see her
But
interview. I mean,
did you see the energy that T.S. Madison brought when she talked about Nick at night? Did you see the energy? Again, we're talking about energy.
yeah, because it took me a
The en-
minute to realize who she was talking about,
but
and I'm
was it
like, okay,
How was
she's
that
talking about
energy?
me.
Wasn't that energy crazy? She started getting belligerent and everything.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
listening
but
and I'm hearing how people are saying, well, why didn't T.S. Madison have that same energy for Armon Wiggins when he called her when he was appearing to be transphobic? Why didn't he have
okay, like she said,
that same energy
like
for Geo? When Geo came out
okay,
against her and put out her business, but yet you're going
see
after,
that.
but you giving all this fire, all this belligerent, all this animosity
Listen
towards
to that.
Neek at Night, who just said, I don't want to be a fish. I don't like the term for me. She did a story on it. That's her right. She can do. She got a platform. And even
Absolutely,
if she added her,
absolutely.
what was the problem in her adding her when Geo came and did 2 videos to put out all your business about your son smoking weed, stole my car? You got Armon Wiggins did a video going in on you. You ain't no woman. You're a man. All of these things. Damn, which
Mhm.
is worse? Which sound worse, y'all? The latter or the beginning of what Nick and Knight did and said and added you and this, or somebody calling you a man and then somebody coming out talking about your child stole my car smoking weed and that all you do is cause problem in the industry. I'll wait. So why was all this
Okay,
energy given to Nick
again,
at
let me
Night?
answer the question.
And I'm
Let me
not
answer the
upset, y'all. I'm
question.
just on fire.
Okay, she said that normally she could meet the way she said. I think it was Neek. Neek was in her, had just DM'd her 3 days ago about something, and then the reason that she said that she was not going off or discussing Geo, whatever the Geo, she said that was her part, her partner, business partner, that was her friend. If he wants to have a conversation with her, it could have been had. But when he went live, she was like, "Why am I going to get on there and say something?" I respect that because
Well, why
he
didn't she?
popped
Well,
on.
why is she applying that principle of being this soft, gentle person and with a clear-minded head to Geo and to Armon Wiggins, who she
She
said,
said she
who she
already
said, oh,
talked to Mom
yeah,
behind the
she
scenes.
talked to Armon Wiggins because Tasha K was trying to get him to go at Armon Wiggins, and she didn't. But yet she had all this smoke for Nick at Night. It makes no sense. But let me tell you what Mr. Cole thinks.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Go on.
think what all of y'all think that we all know as women in this sector and who've been watching me and Jay Wilson and all the rest of them in our sector, that when it comes to a gay man coming at a woman, oh, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing for me to
True,
disrespect you,
true.
fish. But when it comes to the man who got the same parts as me, genitalia as me, oh, I'm going to pipe down. I'm going to be clear-headed. I'm going to be soft in my approach.
Do you know that she hasn't talked to Aman?
Do I know if she have or not? No, I don't know if she has or not.
Okay,
Not at this
okay.
time, no.
Okay. The reason why she got mad at Nick, like she said, she can never be a woman. She can never be a woman. She has always been infatuated with a woman and their body. She never put down women. With that, I don't even understand the big fish thing. What is the big thing about it? It's not in our world, it's in their world.
It's because
They don't just
what the big fish thing is that we as women we've agreed to all of their terms. We've
okay, let me
allowed
tell you
all of we've
because
allowed all the bills to be passed, hate
mhm,
crimes and all this stuff that they go through
mhm,
that they go through. We've allowed all of that.
mhm,
We have degraded ourselves, in my opinion. This is me, to where women are letting 12-year-olds get to transition. This is what we're doing.
right?
But yet, when we say
I don't think that either.
we don't want to be called a fish, oh, it's a whole. Why is it that we got to bend but they can't? That is the whole
Nicole,
problem that people
Nicole,
I don't
I have
see,
more of a problem, and this is no. I watch 5 A.
and that's
See,
just
I'm
me.
blocked. I had more of a problem with 5 A kept saying like every woman stink, every woman smell like fish when they get played in or when they sweat, and I'm like,
Can't
that's not me. So I got more upset at that
Well,
statement.
it's
Than,
two different situations.
no,
Once
this is
it's two.
fit.
No, no,
This
no,
is
no, no.
fit.
Really, it's two situations.
Mm-mm, I don't
The
think so.
situation from, in my opinion, from the LGBTQ community is that we call you fish, we see you as fish, and that's all to it, and you just gonna have to deal with it.
They
And
don't call us fit. They
I
don't
don't
call
believe
us
that.
fit.
I don't believe that because Nika Knight said when she did her video, she said that T.S. Madison had called a real biological woman fish, and she played the video. But I think that they
Right.
had, but I think,
She was being messy.
but
She
I,
was being messy.
she was being facetious. That's what they all say.
Okay.
But if you know it's gonna start all this problem, why do it anyway? If you don't really mean it. So you want to cause trouble. You want to cause trouble with the real biological women, but yet you want to have smoke for the real biological women. But when it comes to Geo, when it comes to Armon, you ain't got no
I
smoke.
don't think
You ain't
I
got
don't
no
think. Well,
smoke.
no. Well, first of all, Gio basically made himself look crazy because at the end of the day, who's winning? Who's
It ain't
winning?
got that ain't the
So he
point.
went on this rant
That ain't
rage.
the point.
He
The
went on
point
this
is
rant
he gave
rage.
her the smoke and
Everybody,
she didn't answer. The point is Nika at night didn't hardly even do anything, and you done cussed the girl out and called out her
I
name.
love Nigga Night.
That
I
is the
love Nigga
point.
Night. I couldn't understand why she was on there crying like a damn fool.
But
You know?
that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. See, that's a distraction of taking the your eyes off of what you're supposed to be what you're supposed to be focused on is why you up there got all this smoke for this girl. When you ain't got no smoke for Geo and you ain't got no damn smoke for Armand. That is the whole point of the issue. That's one of the
Did
points of
you
the
hear
issue.
her?
That's one of the
Did
points.
you hear her say? Did you hear her say? I do go off on my people. I do. She has already tore into Amon's ass, whatever his name is. And
No,
this is,
she
did
didn't
say
really
that.
go
Go
in.
back and watch
No.
it. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it.
Did
It's a
she
part one, part two.
did she name Armand, or did she just didn't say his name? Did she
She
throw
said
shade?
Amon. She said Amon.
When
Go
did
back
she,
and watch it.
what video was this?
I can't remember. It had to be part one because
All
I
right,
didn't know it was a part two.
I'm talking about last year when Armand said what he said. She did not come at him
Me
like that.
too.
She didn't even say his name. But she got a lot of, like I said, she did not do none of what she did to Neek, to Armand, nor Gio. That is the point, and that is what biological women are getting tired of. We are getting tired
Okay.
of, if you're saying that you like us and you want to be, you want our parts and all these things, and you want us to reference you as as she, her, and woman. But then at the same time, which that's what we all are. But then you want to take that and trade that in for us being a fish. How in the hell? It don't make no sense. I'm gonna call you. We gonna give you our pronouns, and then you in turn tell us that we fish. It don't make no damn sense. Is it me?
Somebody,
Is
it's
it me?
not in our world. I said it's not in our world. They call each other fish, and my thing is, if they call me a fish, that's not going to me. That doesn't bother me at all.
Okay,
At all.
let me ask the chat. Let me ask the chat. Do I sound crazy?
I didn't say you was crazy,
Not you,
Nicole. Don't do
not you. I
that.
said the chat. Do I sound crazy? That we are bending and we are saying, yes, you transition, you are a woman, you are her and you are she. And then at the same time, it's almost like we can't get the same respect as being called women, queens, beautiful she. We get you a fish. Do that make
They're
any
not
sense?
calling us fish.
Do that make
They're
any
not calling us
sense?
fish. They're not calling us fish. They calling each other fish.
So they're
Or
okay.
they like,
Okay, so
they like,
they are calling each other. They are calling each other fish. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Now you have a transgender woman, beautiful, standing beside me. Who both of us are going to be called? Are we both she's, or one is a fish and one is a she? Like I said, who's going to be the fish and who's going to be the she?
the transgender, that's the fish. They talking about us. They
So,
not
but
talking about us.
you told me that the fish thing is in their world, in their
It's
world.
their world. When they say, "Oh, okay, fish," that's to them. Or say like, if I had a bunch of gay friends, so now I am in their world because we all hang out, and I have on a nice outfit
The
or
point is
whatever.
that they
They
look just
might
like
say,
us. They look just like us, though.
"Okay,
They didn't blend it in with us.
Nicole."
We all are
In
women.
my opinion, when they say fish, they're not talking about us. They're talking about them. It could be as a compliment to them. They can have on a nice outfit. Their makeup can be good. But how many times do we walk down the street and hear a gay person, call a straight lady fish? Come on, how many times do we hear
I don't
that?
never
That's
hear
not
that.
directed at us.
I
That's not
never hear that.
directed.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Stacy, as well. But I know I'm not. It takes me people a minute to understand what I'm saying, and it's okay. Now, do you think that? Cause we had this question I think last night. If a person is born gay and then they feel like they want to live their truth and they want to transition because they
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's how they want to live their truth, so they transition. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So they get the boobs and they go ahead on and get the reassignment surgery, and people say they are living their truth. That's a fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to turn my skin white and I want to put on bleaching cream, can I live my truth as well without getting criticized for saying I hate myself, I don't love myself, and I don't love my race?
You should be able to live your truth in whatever it is.
But
Whatever it is.
isn't that what people say though? When people change their skin color, y'all, they say, "Oh, they don't love
Yeah, they
their race.
do.
They
Yeah,
don't love their self.
absolutely.
They just want to be white."
Absolutely.
Ain't that what they say?
Absolutely.
Is it me or is that what people
Absolutely.
say, y'all?
They do say that. And then you know what I
Should I
say?
be
I
allowed to
don't
live
give
my
it.
truth
And you
and
know
go
what
ahead
I
on
say?
and
And
dye
when I hear
myself
somebody
white
bleaching
and
themselves,
put on a
when I hear
blonde
some,
wig and live my damn truth as a white woman without being criticized, without people getting mad at me all over the social media, and without being criticized? Because if a gay person transition, then they get parades. They can do it at 12 years old. People love them, everything, and that's great. But if I want to turn
mhm,
myself white, where's my damn parade at? I'm gonna be the one get criticized. I'm gonna be the one to get
you're
talked
right.
about because I turn my skin white. They're gonna say that I don't
Mhm,
love myself. I don't love my race. All these things that people are gonna say. Am I telling the truth?
absolutely. You're right. You're 100% right. I don't know why it's like that. But me, I would not care at the end of the day. That's not my fight. That's not my battle. I worry about what's going on in my household. When everybody was in an uproar talking about Gabrielle reunion, Dwayne, whatever his name is, and the little girl, only question I had was the child born with two parts and they decided that this is a boy? In reality, it's a girl. Because how at the age of 3 did this baby know
Yeah.
what she wanted? You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
everybody's saying, oh, they so wrong. So I'm like, wait a minute. What? Oh, shit. Excuse me, Nicole, I'm at work. I said, was this child born with two parts? You see what I'm saying? Because at the age of 3, I asked my son, he's 16, and I'm like, Adrian, at the age, can you remember anything at the age of 3? He told me some
I
pumpkin.
can't remember the age of 3. It's like in spurts of pictures
Exactly.
in my mind.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what I really
Exactly.
remember at the age of 3.
I don't remember nothing at the age. Hell, I don't remember nothing at the age of 7. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm 53. I done lost all of that. But so my question was this child born with two parts? I forget what you call it. I don't like to say
Well,
multiple.
this is the thing. This is the thing that when you are born with both parts, this is what I've heard. Because I did
Me
not do no
too.
research. But if you are born with both parts, you're gonna have more. You may have more estrogen than
Right.
testosterone. So that's gonna mean, and you might even have ovaries. So that
Uh-huh.
means that you should be more geared toward being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, or if you don't have the ovaries and you don't have a lot of estrogen, you might have the testosterone and some gonads or gonads, or how you pronounce it. So that means you have the men, even though you got both
Uh-huh.
parts. But that means that your mind should be thinking as a male. Do y'all
Mm-hmm.
understand what I just said?
I understand.
You ain't gonna
I
have
understand.
you ain't gonna have no ovaries and no gonads. You're not gonna
Right.
have both. You're not
Right.
gonna have the fallopian tubes and gonads.
Well,
No, you're gonna have you might got two parts,
the other one you said.
or it's one
Mm-hmm.
is more protruded than the other, but you're not gonna have
Mm-hmm.
all of that in you at one time. You're gonna have one
Right.
or the other. So you can, so it is you can go to the doctor. They'll tell you, oh, you're the baby or got both, but it's a one. She's a woman. Y'all
Okay,
understand
well,
what I'm saying? All right,
my
let me
aunt
take
had a
another call.
cousin. Wait, hold on, Nicole. I gotta say this. My aunt had a cousin, and they kept saying, you know how it is, but this is the old school. You gotta remember how your aunts and them think. I'm 53, and my
Okay.
aunt kept saying it don't make no sense. She's gay. She's gay. She's gay. And I kept looking at my aunt because I'm like, I don't care that she's gay. Come to find out, she was born with both parts, and the mom and daddy said that she was a boy. You get what I'm
But
saying?
she was a
So
woman
my thing,
because she had the
this,
fallopian tubes and
yeah,
the. Okay. Well,
yeah,
she was a
yeah.
woman.
So exactly. So my thing is, when cases like that, the parents need to say,
It's up to
let's
the
address
parents.
this child neutral until we find out what this child really is.
Well,
You get what I'm saying?
they should be able to find out.
Well, I'm telling you this, and then I told you I'm 53. My aunt is 78. Now this
Yeah.
was back in the day, and she kept saying, and she's a
Oh,
Christian,
that's okay.
and she's one of them old Baptist Christians, and she, they don't believe in gays. It's
Oh.
unacceptable. The old school, the old testimony gay.
Yeah.
Not the old, yeah, the gay. They don't believe in that, but. And I kept looking at my aunt like she was crazy, but I had to remember she's old school. It doesn't matter to me what you are. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Let
But
me
to
answer
come
the next
find out,
call. Let me answer the next
uh,
call, Stacy.
all I'm gonna do is call back. You can short me off all you want. I'm calling right back.
You've been on 21 minutes.
No, I'm just messing with you,
Oh,
boo.
okay. I'm just saying, is it me or what? Okay, thank you. What in the world? You on 20 minutes? That's a long time. Okay, hi. What is your comment on Armon versus Storm Monroe? I'm sure you watched the video. The videos.
Mm, I don't know about the Armon versus Storm Monroe, but I was wanting to talk about the intersex people. The people who are born with both male and female characteristics. What they're doing now is instead of assigning a gender to them, they're waiting until that child is getting older and allowing
Right.
them to choose. So, which is kind of why I wonder why Gabby them did that. If the intersex people are waiting until they're older to, you know, go through puberty and see what traits and things manifest. I don't see why
But did
anybody
you
would
hear
rush
what I
into
just
that type of
said? Did
surgery.
you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? In the comment,
Which part, Miss Nicole?
Ma'am,
Which part, Miss Nicole?
what I said was, if you are born with both sexes, then if you got fallopian tubes, then you know you're a woman. That's a girl. It's a baby girl.
Actually, no, that's not all the
So
time
all of them,
correct when it
so
comes
they don't have. So what do you
down
think?
to
So hold on, let
having.
me ask you. So you're saying they're born with no fallopian tubes or no gonads? They ain't got no reproductive organs at all?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying some of them have both reproductive organs. It is
Okay, that's what I.
possible for
Okay,
you
so they do
to,
got both. Okay, so they got gonads
right.
and they got fallopian tubes.
It manifests differently in each intersex person. Some of them actually don't have anything. Some of them have both things. Some of them have more of one thing than the other. And a
Well,
lot
I'm
of it
talking
doesn't
about that.
start to develop until they get older, and then they start to go through puberty and things like that. But as far as ovaries, as far as fallopian tubes, as far as gonads and things, it's a mixture. So it really depends on the person. So you can't just say, you know, this one person or this other person. Some of them have both, and some of them, you know,
So
look one way outside, but inside there's something, you know, mixed up and all that stuff right there. So because it's so complicated, they've been having parents to wait and see, you know, what's going on with the child, and then allowing that child to go ahead and make that decision. There was a girl at my church, and she was a teenage mom, and she ended up having an intersex child. And so she, because this was years ago, she decided on that child's gender because, you know, she was pushed to go ahead and make a decision. And so on the outside of the child, there was, you know, small, like a small type of penis, and they had it removed, and they made the child into a girl. And if you were to see that girl today, her voice is very deep. She didn't develop breasts. She looks like a man. You know, it just turns. Her hair
so
hardly grows.
basically she had more testosterone. She was really a boy.
Yeah, eventually, because at first it wasn't like that until she hit puberty.
Okay, so I'm saying if they keep on going, if they continue to go to the doctor and get the checkups and everything like that, they draw the blood, they should be able to tell it what they got more of, more female.
No, Miss Nicole. Like if you look at their chromosomes, you have to understand that some people have abnormalities in which they can actually have 3 X's. There are some people with an X and 2 Y's. And if you think about it, a male is usually just an X and a Y. So what I'm saying is it's not just that simple. And so scientists have found that it's not that simple anymore.
But according to what you said, that person actually was a male.
Well, the person grew up to feel like a male, but as a little girl, she looked like a little girl. But once she hit puberty, she started to manifest traits like a boy, and she said she felt inside she was a boy.
But what I'm saying, you can have a child that's a girl can look like a boy, and you can have a child that's a boy can look like a girl. You grow their hair and all this kind of stuff. I mean, but that don't determine anyway. So according to what you're saying, because you're saying there's 3 parts, and I understand that you're saying 3 parts. So I'm only talking about the one part of what you're saying, as far as the person having more estrogen, fallopian tubes, and things like that. And then they grow up. They are women. They're women. They might got both parts, but they're women, or they got the gonads and the testes and all these things, and testosterone as a boy. But I'm not talking about the ones that got all of it together. I mean, I do understand that is a possibility.
All I'm saying is when it comes down to genetics, it gets a lot more complicated than some of the stuff when y'all talk about intersex. Intersex is not the same as trans. So it's 2 totally different things.
Right. Well, yeah, I know that, but for this topic, I'm agreeing with you. But for the sake of what I was saying, is that if the person got more estrogen, they ain't gonna be a girl. They got both parts, but they got all the estrogen. They're gonna be a girl. If they got the gonad, they got the testosterone and things like that of the male. As they get older, they're gonna be a boy, like you just said. I agree. I agree with you.
Miss Hampton, Google it. There are humans who have 3 marks on the sex chromosome. Google it, honey. This is something that
Now
I know
I've
for
never
a
seen
fact.
that, but I'm not gonna doubt it because so many things that are possibilities with people being joined at the hip and joined in the necks and the head. So it may be a possibility. So I'm just gonna agree with that. But I'm just
The
talking about
only thing I was
the
trying
ones
to
that
say was
got.
when y'all brought up Gabbydom, I just feel that your body is something that can change. Your mind is something that can change. I just think parents should not rush into that type of stuff because even as you can see with the intersex children, you know, you can think one thing and think you're doing what's best. And then, you know, fast forward a few years later and now you have more to work with and you see that that wasn't the best decision. So
Well,
I just,
I agree
that
with
kind of
that.
thing,
I agree with that. All right,
that's
I'm
all
gonna
I'm
take the
saying.
next caller. Well, thank you so much, boo.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Hello, this is Miss Nicole Tyler. We're talking about Aman versus Storm Monroe. In my opinion, Storm Monroe took a L. Armon Wiggins questioned his leadership. He questioned his master's degree. He questioned his sexuality. He questioned his character. He said that he's basically a do boy or do girl. What is your comment?
Good evening, Nicole. How you doing?
Oh, good evening. So this is y'all me. So we may need to shift the conversation a little bit.
Oh,
Y'all
it's gonna happen tonight.
and how? Yeah. What
I
is?
wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, yeah. We talk about a variety of subjects in one video. Did you watch the video from yesterday, last
Did
night?
I watch?
The video
Yeah,
from
I
last
was
night
able
from the
to go
beginning?
back yeah, I was able to see the replay.
Okay. So what is
Yeah.
your comment on how I felt about you taking up for Terrence and believing that Terrence never had that energy for Miss Nicole Tyler in her platform?
I could adjust that, but I'm gonna tell you now. Beyond, the last video that you had put up. Um, for me, it's the last 3 videos really. Because it didn't start in the last video. So in other words, what I'm pointing out is it was things from because you did 2 videos in one day yesterday, right?
2 videos, yeah, 2
Okay.
videos.
So it originated in one video and it ended in the second video. And when you went to the second video, it was things that you made up. I'm gonna say that wasn't even present. So you said, how do I feel for supporting Terrence's position? Nicole, I'm going to tell you what I did, what I said before. I never supported that position. It's not there. It's
Okay,
not
so
in the
go.
cards.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's false.
so you
That's
threw that
false.
out. That's false. Okay, so go ahead on. I'm not
You said
rushing
I
him.
threw a shot?
I'm not. No. I'm saying because you see when you talk, you be saying all these things, and I be like trying to get to the meat
Oh,
and
what?
potatoes of
Wait a
it.
minute, but let's slow it down.
Yeah, let's
So
slow
then
it down
I'm
because
asking you, did you, all right,
no,
do
I
you
said
think I
I
threw a
agree.
shot
You
at you?
said it was no. I did not say that. You
Oh,
said
okay.
that was false. Okay, let's get to. You said I
Yeah,
made up
so that
some
was
stuff.
false.
So if I
And that would, yeah,
you
it would
okay?
be
That's
important.
squashed.
Yeah.
It
So
was
that,
false. It's squashed. That's false. Now
yeah,
you
like,
said
that was
because
all
I know
made
how
up,
you like you
Nicole.
be adding all these words and then I be getting confused. Okay,
I haven't said many words. You have been cutting me through, but
I
I'm
gotta cut
listening.
you through
I'm
because
gonna come out.
I've been
I'm gonna
talking
come
to
out.
you for 4 months. Okay,
Yeah.
so now
Yeah.
you
Well, this conversation has been about 2 minutes, and you've been
and I
cutting
know,
me off.
but you didn't
Yeah.
say that I made up some stuff. So let's get to
Yeah.
that. What did I make up?
I just told you, but I would like to be able to speak freely.
Oh
What you
God.
made up was you said I supported. You just now said that I supported Terrence's
But you
position.
said it was
I'm
false,
telling you,
and I said okay. So what's the other
you
stuff?
couldn't. I'm sorry.
But you
So I can't
repeating the same
answer.
thing over and over again. If we already said it was false, and I said
I'm not saying
okay.
anything over. I'm trying to. You just asked me a question, Nicole.
But I'm saying we keep going
It
back
seems like you're trying to blitz me, and you're not going to allow us to go
because
back
you're
and
gonna go
forth.
back to you saying that I said something. You said it was false. I said
Yeah, I said it
okay.
was false, and then I backed it up, and I backed up what I said that it was false. But you keep coming through me. but I backed it up what it was.
Is it me or he already told us that it was false what I said?
Mean? I can tell this will keep happening. So I backed up what it was that I said by pointing out that you cannot find that I said that.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So Nicole, in the interest of truth, that's what you said was false.
Okay. What's the next thing?
I don't have the next thing. You commissioned me to come and have this with you. I didn't want this. Are you serious?
So it's over then?
When I called in today, I was going to go with the topic. You told me we were going to do it now. I said, oh, so I didn't know that. Because it's not on your title. So I didn't know. I'm coming into all of this. Information is transforming.
I thought I said last night we was going to do this tonight and for everybody to subscribe for tonight because you're going to call in. And when you call in, we're going to discuss it. So you called in and I switched the topic to you because that's what I told the listeners and the viewers. And then we're on you.
All I'm pointing out to you is because I didn't see it on the title and because I've been listening to the conversations on here and I didn't hear my name being brought up. I said information is transforming, so I did not know after that. So now I know. It's not anything that we need to like pick at. Not that. I didn't know. So I mean, I don't know if you're gonna tell me you don't believe me that I don't know, but I'm telling you I didn't know. So,
all right. So now I want to ask you. Are you happy with you said that I said some things that were false? If you say they're false, I'm just going to say, okay. And are you happy with that? And then you can move on to the Armon, Wiggins, and Storm Monroe thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not happy with it, but I'm willing. But I'm willing to let it go and squash it because I don't even know how this came to be. But yeah, so I'm willing like to let all of this like ride because I don't know where it came to be.
I'm confused now.
Like I'm confused. I am kind of confused.
I'm confused. Yeah. I'm confused because I thought you knew how it came to be. It came to be because I think that I'm gonna go way back 2 weeks ago, you all, with the deep thing, the deep tea thing. And I think that a lot of people saw your character or it appeared that people can see your character through the words that you were saying to Miss Philadelphia. So when that happened, a lot of people got to see a little bit of you. Okay. And then as time went on, it seems that when Terrence will call, it seems that you will be calling in on the same. It seems that you will be calling in on the same shows and you'll be calling in on same shows. Okay.
Okay.
Then we had hold on, I'm not finished. And then when we had the phone call on yesterday, I said that
which video?
The first video. The first video.
Okay.
When we had the first video and you said that you did not believe you didn't never see the energy that Terrence had for me and for the chat and for the viewers and things like that.
But that's the point. Okay.
And so I said that, and then I said that it was always there. And also, you said some things
but that's wrong. I just want to let you know that.
Okay,
like, I never said that.
Okay, and then to me,
yeah. I never, Nicole, like you mixing it all up. I'm gonna tell you what I said if you're interested in the truth. And I think it's other people that's hearing me that's clear on what it was said because a few of them actually did call in, but you just kind of like undermined and disregarded a lot of what they were saying.
Well, because I understood what they were saying. I understood what they were saying, so I didn't need to keep hearing it again.
I'm gonna come out.
No, what I'm saying is that's why. He hung up.
You're not allowing me to actually tell
because
you
we're
where the
having a
correction
discourse.
Is and how you're wrong.
You saying that I undermine? If you throw a shot and say I undermined them, no,
that's not a shot.
if you tell me that I did something, well, let me say this. If you say that I did something, if you say that I did something, okay,
that's not a shot.
We're not gonna get caught on shots.
If I said something and you dismissed it, and I pointed out that you dismissed it, that's not someone taking a shot.
Okay, well, thank you for the
abbreviation. And I pointed it out that you undermined it. That is not a shot.
Well, thank you for the definition.
A shot is a personal attack. I'm not even. I'm focusing on the information and ideas, not the attack.
Okay. Well, thank you for the definition.
You're so gung ho at trying to get a got you moment with me when you don't have.
Because in your conversation,
you're not allowing.
In your conversation, you're telling me I'm doing things in the conversation.
I told you you was wrong, but you're not allowing me to tell you how.
If in the conversation you're telling me I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, see, in my conversation, I'm telling you what you did wrong, and that's the end of it. I'm telling you already, like I did.
You're not allowing me to tell you where you were wrong. Like I could easily tell you, but I could tell you, like every time you're going to try to intersect, because that seems to be your way. You do have that inclination, Nicole. I mean, we speak in facts, all right? So I never said
facts according to you.
See what I mean? Every time I go with you, you're not going to allow me. I'm gonna come out. Go ahead.
You asked me about facts. I said your facts.
I didn't ask you anything. I'm still trying to ask you a question, like from about 4 minutes ago.
You said, is that a question? Yeah. Are we speaking facts? I just answered the question.
Yeah. Your question was, how was you wrong? I'm pointing out that you're wrong.
But you just answered.
But you won't allow me to tell you. You're not. Like what you just set up and framed. That's not what I said. This is what I'm telling you, Nicole. That's not what and every time I attempt to go in and tell you exactly what I said, you come right in. So this is what was said. I never said that I never seen Terrence had that type of energy. I'm gonna take you back to the origins, Nicole. I told you that I was there was an element of shock to me when I heard the language that he used towards you when he was on QB's platform. This is what I said to you. Then you came back. I'm gonna put everything in chronicle order and sequence. Then you said when I said that, you went and began speaking to other things, and I said, Nicole, I see a distinction. You said, what was the distinction? When you asked me that, I said, it was the language that he used that was different that struck me. And then you went into this whole, and then after that, you blew it up. And the bulk of which your arguments were on timing. So then you was like, well, how is it that this person got it at this time and they calling it at a similar rate than you, and you didn't get it then? I didn't get it then. That's why. Like, I'm not going to apologize to you, like, for that. Even like your time. Even the timings, like when you said I came around was wrong. I don't think you said I came around at the same time as Stunner and Terrence. I disagree with that, because from the time that I started calling, I always heard them. Now, granted, I can't tell how long before they were there, but from the first time I started calling, they was there. So in my mind, they could have been here for 5 years. In my mind, I don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it was like all these I ain't worried about what other people do. I come in and add my view. That's my view of it.
Okay, now, do you remember saying
but I do support you.
I thought that
I do support you. And it did hurt me to hear you say you question that. That's all.
What everybody who was here who was here every day clearly heard me say over and over again is that I can't believe that you are saying that you never heard that energy. Am I wrong or right? Did he say energy and none of that stuff he just said?
I ain't say energy. What are you talking about?
Did he say energy yesterday morning, y'all?
I said language.
He said energy.
No, I said language. I'm telling you.
What did he say?
I said language.
I'm telling you, you said energy first.
No, I said language.
Let me tell you what you said.
That's why, when you recount stuff, you lose a lot, Nicole, and you're not willing to look at that. I said language, I'm telling you. Okay. I'm standing by it.
Okay.
I'm standing by it.
Well, that's why I can't. Well,
that's my story, I'm sticking to it. Because all of this could be like looked at. I said language. But you know what you were saying? You were using more abstract and vague terms like tone. And then that was in the first video, but by the second video, you switched from tone to undertones. Those two terms aren't synonymous. I'm just pointing that out.
The first video
if you look back, you'll be able to see what I'm speaking about.
The first video I used undertone.
Those types of things. I didn't do that.
The first video, let me tell you, first video I said undertone.
I said his language. I was speaking about the vulgarity of his language. I felt that it was out of pocket.
Hold on.
That was the distinction.
Let me agree with you. Let me agree with you.
You challenged my distinctions. You challenged that.
Let me agree with you.
And it was like, how can that be? That can be. And yes, it can be.
Do you remember me agreeing?
I don't care who came to the conclusion before me. I arrived to my conclusion on my own given time. So, like, that's how that works.
Do you agree?
I can't be shamed.
Do you agree that I agree with you when I said the
No,
only
Nicole,
thing different? Hold on.
Nicole,
Okay, go ahead.
you want the truth?
I
I
agree with
felt
you,
I felt
but
like
on your distinction.
I felt like you commissioned, and I could be wrong because I still haven't gotten all of that yet. So but we still on the phone. I don't know how it's going to end, but I felt like you commissioned me to come on here to throw me under the bus.
No,
You asked me what I felt. Like, yeah, like I'm thinking, like, okay, like if this is going to be like something like where we going, I don't want that. I told you that the other day because you came at me in a conversation. You said, because I can give it to you right now. That was out of nowhere. Because if you look at the context of what I said prior to that, it was nothing to match like you coming at me like that. So I'm thinking like, oh, Nicole's about to come for him.
Can I give you a reason? The reason is why I said to you on yesterday morning. The reason is that whatever happens on YouTube on my channel, there's no reason to talk about it behind the scenes. So we need to talk about it on camera. Is that what I said yesterday morning? Anybody was with me yesterday morning?
You can ask me, Nicole. I'm saying you did. Yeah.
But I like to talk to my audience as well because that still applies to this situation right here. Now, he was talking about when another person called in and said some things about him. The person called in last night and said it was me, and she apologized. But he had something to say about her. He said, I see it's a pattern. Is it me? He did say these things.
That was before, yeah.
With that situation,
I'm
right?
not denying it.
With that situation,
but
I'm talking to the audience. With that situation, but with this situation,
I would like to address that if you give me time.
But let me finish talking too. But with that situation, right? But with this situation right here, as far as me talking about him, because he came late last night, right. We were on almost 3 hours. I said, well, because I know how he gets down and he hears stuff, and just like that person came and said, you need to get rid of y'all mean, and he felt some type of way. I said it. I knew that when you went back and heard the video, you were gonna feel another type of way. So that's why I said, well, once you hear the video, we can discuss it again because I know you're gonna feel some type of way. Does that make any sense? Because y'all know sometimes I do have a problem.
No, it does.
I'm talking to the audience because sometimes I do can't get it out.
But this tone that I'm hearing from you now, which is pleasant, I didn't expect that. So the anxiousness and the anxiety, you know what I mean? Like before. Like, I'm like, okay, like, what is it going to be? You know, and I'm just being honest. But, Nicole, damn, what was the point? See, that's how I ain't want to lose it.
Well, I think that you said somebody had multiple falsehoods or something, but you only named one. So it was multiple.
No, I want to address the deep throat thing. That came up recently, too. It was 2 days ago.
Okay.
And I had said, it was in the conversation with you, and I had said, yeah, and I apologize. And right after that, your quick comeback was, yeah, but you cannot injure someone,
right,
and think that an apology is a fix to it. That was your position, right?
Right.
So now fast forward back to yesterday, your last video. The woman, and I want to address her. She called in and she issued an apology to me. I just want to show you how drastically different your response was. It was nothing in the area what I just said, but what you did was you acknowledged the virtues of an apology, because there are virtues that come with an apology, and that's all I was trying to get you to do. I'm just saying when I brought it up, that's all I was trying to get you to do. Like, there's virtues with an apology. That comes with apologies and the acknowledgement of a wrong. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's all I was saying. But I think a lot of times you think that, because I hear you say it, this is the reason I'm going to say it, but you think that explanations are excuses.
Well, let me give you the reason.
No, but you treat a lot of times like if it's a subject, like, we could take it away from here, but it could be like, because you touch on a lot of subjects, and a lot of it's not like this, but it could be, let's say, pop culture or something like that. And if someone give you an explanation, a lot of times, Nicole, your response is, oh, no excuses, no excuses. And I'm listening. I'm like, in my head, I can't talk to you, but like telepathically, I'm communicating. I'm like, but Nicole is not an excuse, it's an explanation. I'm saying this to you.
Okay.
Woman, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, the reason why I did not accept your apology is because that word was so penetrating, like I said on yesterday, and that also I did not believe you, as I said yesterday.
True, but some of your descriptions I couldn't believe. Like you even got caught up in the conversation, and I'm like, what they trying to like go like beneath the belt? But I was compared to Terrence. I don't see it, but okay.
Well, it's
Okay.
because you said that you did not believe the energy that Terrence kept displaying over and over on my platform, and you said that you never seen it. You said you never seen the energy, and everybody else said that they did see the energy.
You keep going to that.
Yeah, I'm telling you why I didn't believe you.
No.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. And then you did. Hold on. And then you clarified.
I don't even speak in vague terms.
Hold on. Energy. And then you did clarify it was because he cursed me out. I agreed with you and said that was the only thing different. I said other than him cursing me out, the rest of that stuff he always do on my channel, and really that cursing spirit is really always there.
But then it became, well, why couldn't you have seen it in this timing, like these people over here? That became your position, like for the bulk of a lot of that, that gap that I had.
Well, what I got out of it is you took up for Terrence.
Even when I told you that, like I was able, like it seemed like with some of the days, it may not have been today or yesterday, because it happened like over the course of 3 days. But when I was telling you that I wasn't. Of course, I want to make your lives. Like, of course, I want to see it from beginning to end. But a lot of times, I will come in late. And when I'm looking at the the screen, it's not telling me like how much time I have. So I have to sit there to know like if it's going to go hours, if it's going to be just 15, if it's at the very tail end, it's only at 20 minutes. Like that's it. But you question that.
Okay. Well.
And I'm like, oh, she's trying to like really be hard.
No,
like,
what I'm saying is, to me, when you have called in on the same shows as Terrence, and Terrence calls in multiple times, and you call in multiple times, and to me, you should already know that Terrence is basically a hostile caller. And you said in your call on yesterday that if you hear Terrence on any of the calls or something like that you are going to get at Terrence. And I thought that was strange because I said, well, why you ain't been got at him? He did this on Friday, and you talked about it on Tuesday.
That's more.
You waited like 3. You waited like 3 whole days. But the thing with Wally, you was on it like ASAP. Some of that has to do with you.
Some of that has to do with you, Nicole. I'm answering you. Not anything you told me to do, but I guess me misunderstanding you. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't see Terrence as one thing. And so, yes, I do know that in his character, he can be hostile. But honestly, like in all the months that I've been here, I haven't, like, I don't see him as a hostile caller. Like, I see him as someone that goes back and forth. I think he has good days and bad days. And you might not gonna like what I'm about to say. But
I will agree with that.
Listen, but like some of the people that say, I used to think that like y'all like had like a cyber flirt thing going on. So like when you would like kick him like out,
I did say that he was my husband one time, but no.
Right. But when you would kick him out, I would see that as you putting that your foot down and like giving him like punitive actions like behind some of the stuff he said. But when he would come back, I would see it like breaking up and making up. And I'm like, oh, here. And so first
it was like I just keep giving him chances.
Listen, but how I would talk to myself in my head. First it was like, oh, there go Terrence again. But over time, I started saying there go they again, meaning there go Nicole and Terrence again.
Yeah, because it became the Nicole and Terrence show because I kept on trying to be nice to the man. I knew that he was a staple, trying to be a staple on the show because he called in 2 and 3 times. But then he still had that undertone, like I said. He still had that what I want to say, that negative vibe in him whenever he look in the chat and he would see Tracy or he would see Manny or if we said something about Fire Babe but this was every time, so he always had it.
Everything you just said is true.
Like how do you know? Because you said that you ain't really see it.
Listen,
that's a shot. That's a shot.
Everything you just said was true, Nicole.
That's shade.
Even in that, if you ever heard the phrase the straw that broke the camel's back. The vulgarity was new to me on QB's channel. I never seen specifically that, and that's the thing that made me feel some kind of way.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead on and agree with you. You saying that you've never seen it. Okay, a lot of us we are not surprised because we already seen that it was in him all the time. So that's why when he said all of
That's
that
all right,
stuff,
but
it was
accept
like,
us too. I
yeah,
know,
I'm
but
accept
accept
you too. I gotta
the
accept
underdog.
y'all.
Listen, Nicole,
I
but
gotta
accept
accept
the
y'all. Yeah,
underdogs of us that support you that were shocked. That's all.
yeah, yeah.
Because
I
you're
have
gonna have
to.
both. It's
Yeah,
okay, and it's
it could be.
okay.
It could. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want you to know that that's all right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You're right. You're right because a lot of people were saying that they could not believe it, but I thought it was for another reason.
they,
The reason that I gave you was because I had given him so many chances and then he cussed me out. That was my reason for people being surprised. But I think your estimation is that because he never did it on my platform. And both of those are
mm,
true.
mm. I'll consider I'll consider what I could do um, to remove the question of whether I'm a supporter or not.
Oh no, I
Um,
think that you are a
so
supporter.
um, yeah. Oh, and what? Here's another thing. This is
Yeah, because
kind of like
then I
cause
was going to ask you about Armon and Storm if you watch. But you go ahead with
oh
your last
nah, right
comment.
now I'm not even interested in it.
Oh, okay,
But
okay,
my comment wasn't even going to be about them. It was going to be about the intersex. But I don't even want to touch that now.
okay. Because I mean,
um,
Boo had 3 different definitions for it. I only had one, so I learned something tonight myself. That it is a
but
possibility.
but
But go
Nicole,
ahead.
that last caller who was like the female, she was on point, and I wouldn't be
Okay,
surprised if she worked in
that's
the
Boo.
clinical field because she has the vernacular. I mean, I told you like my background work and
Yeah,
youth
advocacy and all that.
sex
Yeah.
health, outreach, but yeah, it's kind of complicated too because y'all was mixing I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but y'all was mixing gender up with sex too. Well, not particularly her, but you were. Like, and
Right.
it's a difference. Like they're not synonymous. So that throws a lot of people off. But yeah, I mean, it's just as easy as going on
But
Google and saying what is the difference between gender and sex. Then you get the whole breakdown. But yeah,
but I agree with her on one. The
yeah.
example that she gave is the same example I gave.
Right. But you were saying that the hormones, right?
Right.
You were saying like that could be tested for, and whichever hormone is dominant is what's going to determine the gender. Nope, because so like you could have both. Like transsexuals,
Right. Okay.
transsexuals are one example. Like I feel comfortable calling them women because that's a gender term, but I would never call them female because they can't change their sex. Transitioning
Okay.
is a forever process. They'll be transitioning forever. It don't matter how clockable or passable they determine themselves with. They'll be transitioning forever with other modalities that they're using. And as soon as they like get off the hormones, they go right back.
Well, I
Like
understand
the
the
beard
transitioning is
and
one thing and
yeah,
being born with something
yeah,
is another. I do understand the
yeah,
difference in that.
right.
But that ain't what her and I was talking about. We was talking
Oh
about
yeah, and
being born
I was
with
aware of that
both
story.
or
She mentioned, yeah, she
yeah.
mentioned the Harris story. That's a popular story in the LGBT. Yeah, I
Okay.
know another story of an intersex baby being born, and because they had the male genitalia was I'm sorry, the female genitalia was more prominent. But he had a penis or testicles. He had a penis. They cut his penis off.
Mm,
The parents they made a decision like
right.
based on the parts that they saw, and that child later grew up and became suicidal and killed himself because he felt like he was a female on the inside. But
Well,
yeah,
I do agree with just waiting a while, waiting for puberty, like she said. I do agree with that.
yeah. Well, you know what doctors say? They don't even say to wait till puberty. They say wait till the child tells you. That can happen at any age. Somebody had mentioned what's his
Well,
name?
they talked about
Wade's
Dwayne Wade, right?
child. Yeah, yeah. The reason that he's transitioning because the child is telling the parents, "I am that." But yeah, like
but we don't know if he got both. We don't know if he got both or what. We don't know if he got. We don't know if it's a decision in his mind or if it's because of his genitalia. We don't know with that. We just know that he's decided he wants to be Zaya, and they're like, okay, we're going to the parades. We're gonna do all of this. We're gonna get you therapy. I assume. So, but I don't know if it's because of he's feeling like that because of genitalia. Yeah.
Is this like a scenario question? So it's gonna sound crazy. So just gotta follow me.
Okay.
If you were born in an institution, right? And in this institution, you really didn't see nobody, males or females, and you were just kind of like in this large gymnasium room living, and they had like devices that came in and fed you, right? And you grew up in that room. Would you know that you are a male, or would you know that you are a female?
Well, that already is now. We got when you're in the spirit world, the spirits don't have no genitalia at all.
So your answer would be yes?
Your answer is you don't know. You're not female. You're not neither. You're not male or female.
No, I'm not talking about in the spirit world.
Oh, I equated it to your question. You said, do I know if I'm in an institution, they feed me?
No, I want you to take on a scenario like a being in an institution, right?
Okay, I'm in an institution. I don't know. There's no mirrors. There's no nothing. Nobody tell me about boys or girls, men or women or anything. And I'm just alive.
Right. So you're not even seeing that be like, you're not seeing female roles being modeled to you. You're not seeing masculine roles being modeled to you. And so you grow up in this room, you being fed, you got enough room to, exercise or whatever. So you're going up. Would you have a sense of what your gender is?
No.
You think?
I said no. That's what I think.
That's an interesting question to open up to the people that call in.
Well, how are you gonna? Well, according to your scenario, you born and you in a room and you don't know anything.
Hey, I don't think there's no right or wrong answer. I asked the answer, so I do got it.
But the answer is you don't know nothing.
Well,
you're just like there is no. The answer is gonna be no. You're still a baby. You're still a baby. You don't know anything. Am I looking at pictures? Am I just in a black room? I'm just eating food. What?
Listen, let's say in this room you grew up to be 9 years old, right? So you're a 9-year-old person. Would you have a sense of what your gender is?
If am I reading books? I mean, it's just too vague. It's just so many possibilities in the question. Are there books? Are there mirrors? Are there pictures? Is anybody telling me anything? Am I just locked in a room with food and that's all I got? In a bathroom where I can pee every day?
So you asked if anybody is telling you anything. So I have another question. Do you think that
how do you even know anything if people don't tell you anything? That's how you know you read books information.
Do you think children get a sense of their gender because they're told what their gender is? That's my question.
No.
Interesting.
I think it's just geared towards what you are attracted to. That's the truth. It's geared towards what you're attracted to. Just like I'm talking about, maybe I'm attracted to being white and I want to put it, even though it's a different scenario. Y'all know I'll go back to that. And I just want to be white, so I want to change my skin white. Maybe I just feel when I do look at this color brown and I see the floor is white, I say I like that white floor better than I like this skin. Can I do that too? Without being sounding insane? Can I live my truth and be white? If I want to be white, can I live my truth and people give me a flag?
This is what they saying.
People celebrate me for being white. Will you all see me and love me and say, Nicole, this is her truth? She want to be white. Let the girl transition. Yeah, and do not call me black. Don't call me black or it's a hate crime. I'm white.
Nah, that's going too far.
No, it ain't going too far. How is that going too far? It's almost the same thing that we got going on now. People saying if I don't say you're a she, then you're being homophobic.
Right.
Is that true or false? Am I lying? Oh, you did not say the right pronoun. You're homophobic. So if you all see me and y'all know I used to be black, but I'm white, and you call me black, should I be angry and say, you know, I'm going to call the headquarters? Should I do that or should I not? Because that's what they're doing out here.
And before I leave,
do you agree remember, or do you not agree? Do you agree that I should have my way and be white? Do you agree that I need to go get the therapy? What if at 12 I wanted to be white? And that's all I think. I think white is great. Forget black. They were slaves. White people conquered them. And I want to be white. I feel it in my spirit. When I look in the mirror, all I see is white. I'm so sad. I'm depressed because I want to be white. I want to live my truth. I want to be white. Is there anybody going to come to my aid and say, yes, we're going to take you to be around a bunch of white people and we're going to tell you about their history. We want you to be around your people. Do y'all think that's fair? Do y'all think that's fair for me? Do y'all? You should know the answer. You just you didn't. Oh, how was it that you don't agree with that? You said you don't know the answer. Now I asked you a couple of days ago. Did you agree that Zaya should live her truth? And you agree with Dwayne and them whatever what was the word? You agreed that they should let her transition and be living her truth. You agreed to that, but I just gave you the same scenario of me being white. Yeah. So you're gonna support me being white, right? And going to be around a bunch of white people and just living my life and being what I really feel I am.
Oh, in terms of support, yeah. Like if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
It took you a long time to get there, though.
Yeah, like I'll give you the, go ahead,
I just was wanting to know why it took so long. I thought you would jump on it quick. All right, let me let you go. We sorry this was a long conversation, you all, because me and Yamin, sometimes it take me a minute to get things and compute it in my mind. But thank you. So let's get back on topic. Okay, let me let you go, Yamin.
And before I go, I'm glad we did have this, but in my mind, I know this is not true now because we done had the conversation, but in my mind, I thought somebody told you some crap that I would have to dispel. Have a good one.
All right, bye. I'm going to say this and he's going to call back, but it's
however, have you ever thought about it?
It's always something with Yamin. That's why I wanted him to do it on air.
A podcast show.
It's always something.
There has to be a third guest.
Because let me tell you all, Yamin, you probably listening. A lot of callers call in and piggyback off the last caller, but it's never no issue.
Terrible chemistry, and you don't have it. Hence the reason why everybody wants
to call back in.
Podcast, the very job that you got.
All right, this is Miss Nicole Tyler's Tonight Car Chronicles is Storm Monroe versus Armon Wiggins. And me and Yamin in our long conversation, which really didn't go anywhere for real for me. But what is your comment?
Hey, Nicole.
Y'all know that was Terrence.
Everyone hates you on the podcast, bro.
That was
Tasha
Terrence,
K
y'all.
Can't even do a podcast without booking a third guest. But the whole thing was you were supposed to be the co-host.
Hello? That was Terrence. He called in and said FT. The man has no life. He ain't got no life.
What the fuck? So tell me why the fuck I'm jealous of you. Nigga, don't worry about me. Worry about why you got hired to be a host on a podcast. But every time you do a podcast, there has to be a special guest to hold the podcast up. Worry about that. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. Don't worry about my talent, because nigga, I don't have to have anybody sitting next to me.
Now, y'all know that Storm Monroe's supposed to be doing a prescription for Armon.
Sitting next to Tasha K on a podcast, we wouldn't need no third motherfucking guest.
Now look.
You gonna get...
I want y'all to call in with this one too now. Tasha K says that transgender women cannot compete against real women. Do you all agree with that or you all disagree? Now, you know what? I disagree with that. You know why I disagree with that? She said that they can't compete. Basically, we'll win. We're biological women and we will win. I disagree because if you have transgender women with, you know, they got the hair, the makeup, a lot of them are getting nose jobs, they're getting fillers, they got the big boobs, they got the flat stomachs, they got the big butts, they putting on hips, they doing all of this. So they look like real women. Nobody, you can't tell that transgender that she's not a woman. She looks just like a woman. I roll up, I'm only gonna put myself, I roll up, I'm looking like this. Who the men gonna look at the transgender? The transgender looking good, looking attractive. I already done lost. That's how I feel. I feel like they can compete. I feel like they can win. That's what I feel like. If you feel like my assessment and my opinion is wrong, call in and let me know. Because she said that you can't date. Is it me? I know she said that today. She said that they can't compete. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And let me say this to you, Tasha K. Tasha K, I did not appreciate seeing you on Wally's show with Storm Monroe, and you did not look good. I said it. You did not look attractive. You know what? And I'm not putting you down, Tasha K, because I love you and I think you're beautiful. But to anybody who just logged on to Wiley's show, you blended in with the damn men. You did not look like no damn woman. I was like, what the hell? Like, you're supposed to be representing the women. You did not put no earrings on. You just look basic. You know, like old basic, you blended in with them basically. And that's not no slight to you, because I love you and I think you're beautiful. But I was like saying to myself, you're supposed to be representing us, telling us that they can't compete against you. But you just look like, I'm like, come on, these guys, girls, excuse me, these transgender women are going above and beyond to look like a damn Barbie doll. Let's keep it real. They get in the face, they get in the nose, they get in the lips, they get in the boobs. They looking good like a damn doll. So I felt like Tasha K, man, you got to do better. Okay, what is your comment?
Okay, so my comment is, I feel like as far as competing, it's going to vary based on what the competition is, simply because if the competition is like how good you look, yeah, there are some trans that do look better than biological women. However, what if the guy wants to have kids? That trans will never be able to have biological kids with a heterosexual male. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point, yeah.
And then also, somebody made a statement about the women that are born with both parts, like a penis and a vagina.
Yeah.
They are also barren. They cannot ever have biological kids. The hermaphrodites, so to speak.
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to say that term. I didn't want to say that term.
And those types of people can't have their own biological kids either. So it depends on the competition. See what I'm saying? So.
Oh. Yeah, I'm listening. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I understand your point. So that's only one.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that was misinformation that, you know, the hermaphrodites who were born with both parts, that was misinformation. So I just wanted to put that out there, that if you're born with both parts, a penis and a vagina, you can never have biological kids, period.
Okay.
No matter what your parent chooses you to be, if you're you know, a boy, or if you're a female, you can never ever have biological kids. So as far as the competition goes, it depends on what the competition is. There are trans that look better than females.
But do you agree? But do you do agree that they can compete?
Depending on what the competition is. If it's look, there's some trannies that look better than me. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too.
But if the competition is on a family, I got beautiful kids. That tranny will never ever be able to have a kid if she's with a straight dude together. See what I'm saying? So they would lose on that competition.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So you think the guy is straight if he dates a tranny? That's another one, y'all. Do y'all think the guy is straight if he dates a transgender woman?
if that transgender has changed her whole gender and is she living like a
Is she
female,
living?
that guy's straight. Because you got to realize she's pretty much,
Okay.
she's changed her whole identity, her whole like, thing. See what I'm saying? So I feel like he's straight.
Okay. All right, you
Now, if
all.
the
Now
guy is
that's a
like,
good question, y'all. What is y'all? What is your? Please call in on that. Do you feel like the guy is straight or gay if he dates a transgender? And call in if you think that, if you believe that there is no competition between transgender women and straight women. I say that they can compete. They doing a good job. All right, let me take the next call.
okay, have a great day.
You too. Oh, call, cause call. There you go. Thank you. Hello. They'll call back. Okay, so call in because those are two good questions. And so if we have anybody that's from the LGBTQ that would like to call and answer that for us, that would be great. Hello, this is Miss Nicole Tyler. What is your comment for Armon Wiggins versus Storm Monroe?
This year, I mean, I'm coming back around, Nicole.
Are you gonna answer the questions?
Yeah,
The
but I
topic?
wanted to do the question that you asked prior, to the man whether he's straight.
All right.
You asked that. Yeah, if a male is with a transsexual or transgender, do I think he's straight? No. But people always go right to gay. Like a lot of these people that date them, I'm just talking about from my experience. They say I'm not gay, but no one's calling you gay, but you just not heterosexual. And and how I
Ooh,
support
okay.
that. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You something else. You can call yourself whatever you want. You can identify as whatever you please, but you can't share the same classification as men who do not sleep or who are not attracted with two transsexuals. That
But
wouldn't be to me. That's the distinction, and that's the reason that lets me know that these people who are attracted to transsexual people are not the same as heterosexual men.
okay,
From my view,
but then you
from my
have,
view,
but see if they look just like women, you can't tell if
yeah.
they are
I had a
transgender
question,
or
Nicole.
anything. You
I
really
get what
can't
you're
even
saying,
tell.
but Nicole, do their penises look just like women? I'm asking.
If they transgender, some of them get them cut off.
Yeah, but that's very rare. Less than 1% of
Oh, it's less than
transgender
one
people do
percent.
go through
Okay,
that.
okay. So a lot of them don't go through that. Okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah, that's rare. But
okay.
yeah.
Well, then you have Malik Yoba. Now, did you hear about Malik Yoba? Malik
hmm
Yoba have a fascination with transgender women.
Yeah, and I
Or
know that he wants to share the same classification as men who don't have an attraction towards transsexuals, but that's where I draw the distinction. Distinction. I think he's different from those men.
well, do
So
you
yeah.
think women
So
straight?
these men don't that like transsexuals, they don't ever have to call themselves gay, but they don't align with the true definition of heterosexuality because it's an
Somebody
attraction to
said
the
that Malik
opposite.
Yoba's a gay man.
Yeah, it's an attraction to the opposite sex, and transsexuals cannot change their sex; they change their gender.
Do you think that straight women,
You can know.
transgenders cannot? Tasha K said they cannot compete against a real biological woman. What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
All right, I'm gonna answer that. And what I meant by they can't change their sex, I'm talking about their chromosomes. Even when they under the hormones, they still have male chromosomes. But what
Well,
was your
yeah,
question?
yeah, we know that they can't. They just that's why they're taking the
hmm
hormones and shut
Right.
those ones down,
Right.
so that
Right.
the hormones can be
That's what
dominant.
determines sex. That's what determines sex. Hormones. But gender is all this other stuff like colors, the color blue for boys, the color pink for girls. That boy, the term boy and girl, that all is assigned to gender, not sex. But what was your second question, Nicole?
Do you believe that transgenders cannot compete against biological women?
Compete in what way? In sports? What do you mean?
Not in just I don't know because well, as far as Tasha K, I guess with getting men or being attracted to men, being attracted, taking the man, I guess, because she was saying something about if your man, she
I
said
would
her,
say
I
yes.
believe her quote
I would say
was, What if
Listen.
your NIGGA is dating another NIGGA, then he was never yours in the beginning. I think that was her quote too. She said two quotes.
Yeah, I would say like there can be competition because
I say they can too.
Only because like we see with the DL, with people who live double lifestyles, they're going from men to women. So they like in that situation, they can very much see like some type of competition between men and women because both appeal to their libido or their attraction. Yeah.
I think too. I think what's going on too. What I'm seeing you all is.
You know, another way I think that they can compete is with femininity. So women
they got that down pat.
So yeah,
they got that down pat. Because women, we don't have to do all of that stuff. We just wake up like this, and they are not waking up like that. They got to put on this, do this, get the injections, take the hormones. They got to do all of that, and we just wake up and we're us. So yeah, I was gonna say something else. I forgot now because you cut me off, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I forgot the question.
I'm throwing you off.
I just been throwing off all day because of the fish term just took me out. You know, when I was in Wiley's chat, y'all, I was really excited about doing this show all day. And then
did you see
towards that fish stuff, it just got to me so bad because I felt like everybody was missing the point. And even though, yes, I did say that I did not want to be referred to as that because of the smell and things like that, but I did feel like black women or women in general, we are always bending to the LGBTQ community, but when it comes time for them to bend for us, they throw us under the bus. All they do is cuss us out all the time. They cuss us out. They talk about our features. They talk about, oh, you wear wigs, like they do me in the sector. They do all of that to go out of their way to degrade us, demean us. And then when they got their other people, their same sex, they just let them slide. Oh, okay, I'm just not going to talk about it. Oh, I'm not going to do this. And so, I mean, that's what I was really pissed off about, far as that fish term. It's just like, what can we do? There's no need for us to fight it, because if they say it, then we just got to be it. But we better not say that's a he. If we say that's a he, then we're known as homophobic. If we say we're against the fish word, you even had people defending it in the daggone chat saying, well, those women that's saying that, they must think they smell like fish. And they think that, I'm saying that ain't even what it's about for real. I said it ain't even what it's really about. I'm like, you cannot let nobody put a label on you that they want, that they took the label that they were born with, and they want you to put another label. They want you to put your label on them. And if you don't do it, you're homophobic. You see? And if I don't let you put a fish on me, then I'm still somehow homophobic. You see, it's like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. It's like my back is broke because I keep on bending and trying to make everybody happy. I'm a fish now. I can't compete. I can't compete because I got, my breasts gonna sag. Theirs not gonna sag. They got the fake ones. It's like, how can we even win? You know what I'm saying? So we are just beat up all around. You know what I'm saying? So all we do have is our strength. All we have is our unity to unify. All we have is our voice to let these people know and let all people know that we're not going to take it. And that because of us, that's why you're even here. Because we are the mothers of the earth. We are the ones who birthed you all. So sometimes you just got to put your feet down, and it just bothers me so much at the end of the day. Like, this fish term, these people are just missing the damn point. Okay, go ahead, Terrence.
Yeah, and when they had the conversation,
Yeah, I'm speaking for myself. Yeah, Hoodoo, and let me say this another point before I leave. Before I listen to you. Another thing that I saw in Wiley's chat, because I was in Wiley's chat today, I saw people saying in the chat, well, my brother is gay, or I have 3 transgender brothers and all this stuff, right? I have 4 or 5 gay friends, right? Now, tell me, am I lying or not? When you got a white person that's sitting up there calling black people out of their names, we get mad as hell. That's the truth, right? What is the first thing that they say? Well, I live in a black neighborhood. I'm all around black people. And do we like it? Yes or no? We don't even like that. We're like, what? You don't know our struggles. You don't know this and that. And we get real mad at that person. True or false? Mm-hmm. But I saw people all up and down the chat. Well, I got this person in my family that's gay. I got that person in my family that's gay. All of these things, and that's great. But then if a white person come out and be saying all these things and acting black, allegedly, and they say they got black friends, we still mad. It's like all this selective outrage. Okay, let me let you go, y'all. Just call back. Hello, this is Miss Nicole Tyler's Car Chronicles. The energy is a little somber, but we're gonna keep on going until we're gonna give it about 20 more minutes. What is your comment?
My comment about the conversation going on.
Yeah.
About like competition.
Any of it. Competition. People saying they got gay people in their family. If you're white, you can't say you be around black people. You better not say that. Competition, the fish, all of that.
I like the example you used earlier, like comparing like transition, like about being a white person. Because if I say I feel like I was Asian and I love the Asian culture and I just know it in my heart, like no one's gonna just let me be Asian. You know what I mean?
They're not gonna let you be Asian. You know good and well they're gonna cuss you out, say something wrong with you. You really are slow. You got some mental deficiencies going on. They're gonna wear you out. You say you want to be Asian. Let's keep it real.
And then imagine me saying, well, you don't identify me like that. That's a hate crime. I'm against it. And it's wrong.
Right.
And I'm more Asian than you Asians because I got the surgery and I look like it.
So that's what I want. That's why I posed that question to Yamin, because when I first asked him when I first posed that question on my channel about D Wade and his son, daughter, Yamin was one of the ones that said, I'm all for it. I agree to it. Just get the therapy. I'm all for it. Right. And then we had other people who did call in and say, well, yeah, because we had people called in last night was saying, well, maybe it can lead to them being, committing, the SUICID word, the suicide, and it could be seen as mental, because they're not happy with themselves. But does that apply to if this person want to be Asian?
Yeah, like it could be the same thing going on.
So that's what I'm saying. Like so and look, and this is what I want to say too. I know this is K Breezy. K Breezy. Also, what I want to say too is that as far as people, we've been having a lot of this going on in our sector with people saying, well, you talking about my medical status and I'm going to go and call this hotline HIPAA. Okay, now I'm saying this too. Well, what if I just say I got gonorrhea and I got herpes, I got the mixture inside of me? Am I going to get some type of sympathy and all this kind of stuff? Am I going to get, when are we going to just buckle down and just treat everything the same?
Right, yeah, people would say you're nasty, and then as a woman, they will call you a whore. Like, I feel like T.S. Madison can do, like, porn because at the end of the day, like, people know he was a male or, like, he's a male, having people want to, like, identify it. So, I mean, they look at people like that, like, oh, that's okay. They could be sexual beings, but I mean, if you did it, they'd be like, you're a mother, you're a whore, this and that.
Yeah, okay, I understand what Hoodoo said, well, AIDS ain't the clap. That is right. But it's still an STD that was contracted the same way. I laid on my back and I slept with somebody who gave me something that was not there before. I got it the same doggone way. I did not protect myself. I trusted that other person and I did not protect myself, and I laid down just like I did with the clap and the gonorrhea. I did the same things.
Now, I think making comments about someone
it's the decisions that you make. So should I be So should I be demonized because you got this right now, and should I be obligated to sympathize with you and give you all of this attention because it was a decision you made? That's another question. Should I be obligated? It ain't like you got cancer, which we get cancer from eating foods, the environment, and things like that. It's not like cancer. It's not like I slept with you and you gave me cancer. It's like I slept with you and I got the virus. I slept with you and I got gonorrhea. It's just you get them the same way, except with the virus, it could be needles too. Okay, let me say let me let you get your point out, and then I'll take the next call.
I had like two other things to say, but like as far as that question you just asked, I would say, whether you're someone in the sector or wherever, like if you're making fun of someone in the LGBT for having AIDS, but then you want to also call yourself a supporter and champion, that's a little funny. But I mean, for just going off common sense, like it shouldn't be that sort of double standard, but there is. I'm just saying for, that person who would do that. But as far as the question about competition, um, I mean, I would agree. Like, if men like myself can go get breasts and whatever, if that's what they want to do, and do all these different operations, then and it works out for them and they look female, then I guess they could be like pulling dudes or whatever. But I mean, if the dudes are sleeping with them and they have a penis, which a lot of trans people do because that's what the men like, then
Yeah.
then I mean, the men are gay or at least bi if they like both. But it doesn't matter that you look like a female. There are some dudes who like penis, they like men, but it's something mental, so they want to look at a female aesthetic. Does that make sense?
Well, I guess. Well, I would say Malik Yoba is in that category. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, Malik Yoba
yeah.
is in that category.
Eddie Murphy,
Eddie Murphy. Well, allegedly, let me say allegedly to these
LL
guys.
Cool J. They say
LL Cool
he
J
likes the
allegedly. They like you. They like the top that it reminds them of a woman, but they like the bottom.
of
So
a
they
man.
were like the bottom of a man and the top of a woman. Allegedly, you have men like that.
They made like a little more too, but yeah. Yeah, you do, but with some of these people though, like they get the body parts, but like for instance, when I saw the first part of the interview that Tasha K did, she was like really gassing up T.S. Madison. I feel like Tasha K will say two different things. No offense to her, but hey, when she's in front of certain people, she says some things. When she's in front of others, she says difference. Just like when she was in front of T.S., she said there was no difference. But then when she went on Armon Wiggins show, she said there's a difference, there's no competition, this and that.
I
But
think
she was
Tasha K
showing,
took a L.
I will agree. But Tasha K said T.S. Madison looks female, and I felt like she was really gassing it up because to me, T.S. Madison has the parts and surgery, like, as far as the top and then the makeup and wigs, but I can tell T.S. Madison is a man. And I can tell a lot of trans people are their original sex, whether they're trans male or female. Their body may look good if they get the operations, but still, I mean, that's a lot to change. You can't just change your whole gender. You can try to disguise it, but I mean, I can tell.
Yeah, it's basically. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you go and take the next call. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. It basically is a disguise, and there's nothing wrong with it being a disguise. But I think what happens is when you let your disguise become a weapon to women who you say you love and you want to look like. That's when the disguise something is not. It's all wrong. That it becomes problematic. Yes.
Hello?
Hello, this is Nicole Tyler. Thank you for being so patient tonight. What is your
Miss Nicole, I
Yes.
had to get through because I think the point that the world is missing with transgenders, period, is the fact that they keep saying, I feel like a woman. What is feeling like a woman? That's number one.
Well, see,
How do you feel?
I mean, can we have a dialogue?
Okay,
Because
let me break it
I
down.
agree with you. But go ahead.
We argue invalid points. Put no makeup, wigs. If the trans women look better than the real women, we don't care about that because that don't make us women. If I never
Right.
put on a wig, I'm still a woman. So we're debating and fighting the respect that trans women should give women. They should respect us because we give them life to pick and choose to be trans. We don't have to birth them. That's number one.
Okay.
Hello?
No, I'm listening to you. Did you want me to say?
So,
okay, go ahead.
At the end of the day, the respect for women should be greater than anybody on the face of this earth.
Yeah, but
and if we don't agree with it, they shouldn't do it. If you want the same rights as women, you should go through the same struggle. You should bleed. You should go through menopause. You should have fibroids, and you should be able to have children if you want the same rights as women. Otherwise, be a trans and respect the people that give you life. And I'm not homophobic.
I'm not homophobic either. See, I think that's where the divide comes in. Well, we're not getting our just due. We're not getting the respect, because I have heard certain people say, well, I don't want to bleed every month. And it's like, why? I feel bad for me. It's almost like now I feel bad for being a damn woman. I can't even help it. They say things like that. I don't want to bleed every month. I don't want to get menopause. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to have my ovaries.
Well, you don't want to be a woman. So stop saying you want to be a woman.
But that's the divide. Yeah.
It's not your wig and your lipstick and your fake breasts. Being a woman is having a leaking bladder after 40.
Right. Yeah.
That's being a woman.
Right. That is very true.
So I think everybody bypasses the importance, and because it's women.
Go ahead. No, you're right.
As women, we tend to not say anything. Like when they took the woman off the tampon box for what? They don't bleed. So how do you give somebody equal rights that don't go through the equal struggle?
Give them periods. Somebody sent me a Cash App. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I know. I mean, and I'm all for. That's what I'm telling you. I'm thinking that we're doing all of this crazy. It's almost like we're too accepting. We're too accepting, and we need to be. If we're gonna accept that, and we're gonna bend for that, then we should. The people who say they want to be white, we need or want to be black, and they wearing blackface. We need to accept everybody. Why is it that these group of people, we keep on bending and bending and bending for them? But then when they say, well, this person is fish, and they've been saying it, that they saying that for their community. I'm telling y'all, for real, I really don't believe that. That's just me. That's only me. But that's me. That's me though.
Fish has been around a very long time.
It might have been around a long time, but far as it come for conversation and talking points, but for me, the only reason why I'm saying it is just that it's almost like I gave you my pronoun that I was born with, and I gave it to you willingly, but out of love. Because you said you want to be a she and a her and a woman, and I gave it to you because I love you. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to go through life thinking that your mother didn't love you or people don't love you. You're accepting. But then you turn around and all you talk about me is I bleed. I'm angry. You say stuff like you're fish and all of these things. It's so disrespectful. And see, that's what people are missing. And me and you basically saying the same stuff.
That's everything that makes you a woman. So if you want to be treated, respected, and looked at as a woman, the number one question I have for the world, the trans women, how do you wake up and feel like a woman? Because I want to not feel my period cramps. I don't want these fibroids. I don't want to go through menopause. I don't want to feel like being hot and cold every day.
Right, but I'm going through.
But so how do you feel like being a woman? Because what I feel, you don't want this.
But see, look, now, if you was, now, I implore you, last night was a very good live, y'all. Please go back and watch that live. If y'all was not here last night, watch that live last night. It was very good. I really didn't even want to get off the live. That's how good it was last night. Now, I was having a conversation with Stunner, who I love Stunner, and Stunner said that the gay people, men and women, they want to live their true lives, their true self. And I said, well, how can you live your true self if you get this taken off, or you get this taken off, and you put on something that you weren't born with? That ain't your true self. So I was trying to make that point last night. I was like, that don't even make no sense. And then he was saying something to the point where, like, we got to give them so many programs and all these things. And I was thinking, but they don't have no disability. Where is they don't have a disability, everybody. It's almost like we're treating these people because they came out, they're gay, and they feel tormented in the inside because they feel like they're attracted to men, or they're attracted to women, which we are attracted to men and women too. I mean, well, straight people, we're attracted to the opposite. But I'm saying it's still the same. We still got attractiveness to this sex. But they're acting like they need more attention than a disabled person. I'm like, well, no, they got their own mind. There's nothing wrong with their eyes and ears. They can move, they can talk. Whereas a child that comes out that's disabled, that's who need the attention, not somebody who's going through something in their mind because they feel like they want to be a woman or a man. To me, that's not no disability. See, I equated it to that.
This is what I try to get to young people, especially this younger generation is different from 1970s and the 60s. Everything is kind of open. Mm-hmm. Every thought that come across your mind, you don't have to act on it. Because if you live on this earth, you will be tempted with everything. It's what you choose to do. Every feeling you get does not make you who you are.
Right.
Because you may feel somewhere at 20 that you're not going to feel at 40.
Right. That's very true.
So if this whole situation, I'm not, like I said, I'm not homophobic, and I'm not coming across that way. What I don't think that you are.
I don't think that you are. No, I'm saying I don't think that you are.
If everything is based on how you feel, I just want a trans woman to tell me what it feels like to be a woman.
Okay.
If you are getting up, changing your life because you feel like a woman, what is that feeling like?
Do y'all think that's a fair question in the chat? Do y'all feel that that's a fair question? Because really, this is information, and this is how we're getting our feelings out. And we're not homophobic at all, because we all know we love everybody, each other. And we do want people who are gay or transgender to call in. And do y'all feel that that's a fair question? To let us know, how do you feel? You say you feel like a woman in the inside, but you're a man. Tell us how that feels, because we don't even know. Because ain't nowhere in the world I can't feel like no damn man. I don't know how to feel like a man.
Let me clear something up. For women who don't have periods, if you remove the balls off the man, if you remove his penis from an accident that he got in, it doesn't make him less than a man.
Right,
if a woman goes through a process where she has to have a hysterectomy at a young age, somebody violated her, she can't have children,
she's still a woman.
Can't have periods.
Yeah.
She still go through the same process.
Yeah, she's still a woman.
As every other woman.
Yeah.
So to say if they don't have kids, that's stupid. No, you need to understand women the same way trans women want us to be understanding that they feel like a woman. You need to understand what being a woman really is, so you can see if you feel that way.
Yeah.
Understand the dialogue of a woman from the start to the end of her life cycle, because that's what being a woman is. It's not makeup and lipstick.
And let me say this point. This has to do with T.S. Madison. Have anybody seen T.S. Madison go at a man and cuss a man out and degrade a man and say some unflattering, disparaging things about a man? Is that on tape anywhere? Because I have heard her say something about Nick at Night, and I have heard her say something about women who on their period. I've heard that, and I have heard her say some things about Michelle Atalian Brown. So these are all women, though. I have anybody out there that way I could say that she is very fair. And another thing
I've never seen her go off on any men.
Okay, and another point I want to say regarding T.S. Madison. Now, when she was doing that interview last night with Tasha K, I don't know what one or part two. Now, she said that somebody, I don't know, but they was talking about her having a stubble, or do she got to shave? And she said, yeah, I still have to shave. And then she equated that to like women got to shave too. But I was thinking that ain't got nothing to do with you though, because you still have some men things going on. So you still trying to compare yourself to a woman. Did you all get that, or is that me?
I get that, and I
was
get that
like,
a lot.
I
Like
was
I
saying to
said, I
myself,
never
you don't gotta compare
transgender,
yourself to no woman and say a woman gotta shave too, because
but
it's still no comparison. It's still no comparison because men, we know that men are more hairy and things like that. That's in their genetic makeup to be more hairy and have facial hair and beards. Whereas it's not in our genetic makeup. Now we do got women that do have that, but I'm not saying that it's a normal that you see a bunch of women with hair all like a man, mustaches, and like they growing a beard out. But so she compared herself to a woman again, like saying, well, women do too, they gotta shave too. And I was like, well, we're talking about you though. Don't talk about the woman. The interview is for you. So anyway, okay, let me take the next caller.
okay, thank you, love.
Thank you. All right, call back. I'm gonna answer the phone. So I just felt, I saw it and I said, well, we're not talking about women. We're talking about you and you shaving. Because I don't shave. I've never shaved, y'all. I just have not. Hello, what is your comment?
Hi, Nicole. How you doing? This is MVP.
Hey, MVP.
Hi, I'm gonna be brief. I'm a little stuffy because of the weather up here.
Yeah, I'm
But
sorry.
my comment is that I don't think it's any comparison between a woman and a trans man.
Okay.
Like there's no comparison. Everybody has their own lane. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think a lot of males is so-called straight males is causing all this division because a lot of straight men, so-called straight men are very uncomfortable still with their sexuality. So what they will do is they will go with a trans woman, so they will feel less gay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
We talked about that. Yeah.
They will go with a trans woman, so they won't feel as gay because you have some straight males out here. I mean, you have some males that will go and mess with a trans male, but they won't mess with a gay male.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's really not no comparison. You know what I'm saying? It's like apples and oranges. Sometimes you want an apple, sometimes you want an orange. It's like men is just greedy like that. So. I don't think it's really any comparison or competing or anything like that. Some people just like what they like, and some people are just afraid and just won't accept what their sexuality is, so they will go out and they will mess with the trans male because of how society still society kind of accept gay males nowadays more than they used to, but they still don't. So they would rather go with that trans male.
All right. Well, thank you, Manny.
You're
MVP.
Welcome.
Thank you. All right. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. What is your comment on anything we're discussing on this live tonight, March 4th, 2020? Oh, they'll call back. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, what is your comment? Hello? Hello?
Okay, for one, I wanted to respond to, I believe it's Mystery Van in the chat. He said that he's saying that all he see is black women getting triggered and offended. Well, all I see is black gay males getting offended and triggered and disrespecting black women. So what is he talking about?
Well, you need to call in because you need to call in. You need to call in. Okay, go ahead, caller. So we can understand your point.
There is no competition. What are we competing for? There's no competition. What is the competition about? Because if a man wants you, if he wants a straight heterosexual woman, that's what he's going to go for. Just because a man put on a wig and makeup, that don't mean that, okay, the man is going to choose the man with the wig and makeup on to go over there.
But what if
There's
you
no
can't tell?
competition. What is the competition?
But what if you can't tell? What if do you know how many men that cannot tell real women from the
Well, guess
transgender?
what? The way the world is, these men, they might want to start asking. They might want to start
Okay, that's a
asking
good point.
instead of just jumping in head first. Because the way
Okay.
it's going, and the thing is, and another thing.
I mean, but let's keep it real, ma'am. I mean, let's keep it real. We know some men, I'm not gonna say all men, but some men are horn dogs, okay? And if you get a beautiful woman or looking woman that's gonna give you HEAD, you ain't gonna
Well,
ask
guess
no,
what?
you ain't gonna ask to
That
see,
that's
you ain't
that's
even
that
gonna
that's
ask to
that
see
man's
between their
problem.
legs. Let's keep it real. They gonna
That,
assume that it's a woman because it's
that's that
dressed like
man's
a woman,
problem. Because
and they
every man
gonna.
is not like that.
I mean, let's
Every
keep it
man is
real.
not like that. Because I didn't have to go compete to try to find my husband. Every man is not like that. Every man is not just going to jump on the first thing
I
smoking.
said some.
And
Yeah,
like
I
I
said some.
said, why would there be a competition of what?
Somebody
That's just
said
like
no,
saying
Nicole.
competing against another woman for a man. To me, that's a personal thing. If you feel like you got to compete, that's a personal thing. Because guess what? Eventually, you will find out if that's a man or a woman. And now that's on them. That's on the man that went in without trying to ask questions or find out who that individual is. If they lay up with them, that's on them.
Well, I do
That's
agree with
on
that.
them.
Now, I agree with that. But that is
But
how,
my
but that is how somehow how some men get in trouble by not asking any questions, y'all. And then before you know it, they getting some, and they is getting some. They ain't
but
asking no damn questions. They getting, they. I mean, let's keep it real.
but the
Are we
thing
gonna
is,
lie? I ain't gonna
you
lie to
gotta
y'all.
understand that's not every man.
I
That's
said
not
some
every
men. I
man.
said
That's the
some
thing.
men. I said some. I try not to be generalizations. I said some men are horn dogs.
Yeah, they are. But like I said, if they get into that situation,
Yeah.
then we'll be seeing a case where the transgender, whatever you want to call them, they got hurt, killed, or whatever, or they really
Oh, I
just
hope.
gay, or they know what it is. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a so-called straight man that has sex with a transgender woman, no, you're gay because he still has a penis. You're attracted to that. You're gay, just like Malik Yoba. You're gay. It's
All
no
right.
such thing. It's no. You're not straight because this man is wearing a wig and makeup and a dress and heels. You're gay. That's just all there's to it.
All right. Let me take the
It's
next
not
call.
no.
Thank you.
But the thing is, it's no competition.
All right. Thank you. No competition. All right. Well, we've had a couple of women say no competition. Call back, Craig, because I think that's you calling in. I think that's Craig. Okay, so I think it's good tonight, y'all. My energy, y'all gotta excuse my energy. Call back, Craig. I'm gonna answer the phone. And also, Mystery Van, why do you say that, Mystery Van? That you say a lot of women are getting triggered, and I would say that it may appear that the women are getting triggered because we feel disrespected. See, the thing is about gay, LGBTQ, whether it's lesbians or the men. The thing is with you all, y'all got a whole community to run behind that's gonna protect you, and y'all gonna write all these letters if y'all feel disrespected and y'all feel like y'all done been in some type of homophobic something happened. But if we feel disrespected, we just gotta take it on the hand. See, I think that's what you're missing, Mystery Van. That's what you're missing, is that we don't have no group when we feel disrespected. We gotta go home and take care of our kids. We gotta shower and get ready for work the next day. Whereas you all got a whole community that's behind you, that's gonna say you're beautiful, we love you, you're living your truth. So you see what I'm saying? We're not gonna get all of that. Am I telling the truth? Am I telling the truth, everybody? Where can we run to? That is why us women, we gotta stick together. Okay, Craig.
Hey, what's
Craig.
good, Nicole? How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing fine. That's why I'm saying we gotta stick together
I
because
like
we
it.
don't got no doggone group.
Hey, Miss Nicole, let me tell you something. Now, you see all this thing going on. It
in my opinion, it just boils down to one thing. You know, just be upfront. You know, because I feel like at the end of the day, every woman has a right to know what the person that they intend to have any type of sexual intercourse or feelings for. It could be platonic. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to necessarily have sex with somebody. I feel like for you to be a different gender and you introducing yourself to somebody as a gender that you wasn't born as, some people want to say it's not people business, but if you intend to have somebody around for the long run, for longevity, you need to let them know up front because you got to give people the opportunity to decide if they want to deal with you or not. You can't just misinterpret yourself and have people thinking that you're one thing and you're not that thing.
Yeah,
Because
you gotta
if
be
you give
honest.
somebody the opportunity to know what you is up front, you can at least free yourself from somebody who's either going to give you a heartache or you gonna have a true friend. You know what I'm saying? It's either they're gonna want you or
Right.
they're not. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not that serious. You should let somebody know if they got a problem with it. You move on. In
But
life,
how do you how
things happen and you
Craig,
got to move
Craig,
on.
let me ask you a question. How do you feel about seeing in the sector and seeing T.S. Madison, some of her actions, not all, but some of her actions, to where they respect women, but yet if it appears that a woman say anything to them that they deem as derogatory or disrespectful, they throw the kitchen sink, the house, they come at you, disrespect your mind, your breast, your sorry mother, you're nothing, you coochie stink, all this kind of stuff. But then if a man say anything to them, they just give them a tap on the hand and say, I'm not even going to say anything to them. How do you feel about saying, if after they say they love and respect women? Do you really believe they love and respect women, or
Miss Nicole,
is it
let
a
me tell you
lie, or
something.
they putting
You
on
see,
air?
let me answer that question, Miss Nicole. You see T.S. Madison, right?
Yeah.
Miss Nicole, T.S. Madison, she ain't no different from Jay Wilson, Sean
That what
Bradley,
I, all the
QB.
people,
She
all
the
the men
same
in
as the
our
rest of them.
sector.
She
Yeah.
got more exposure. They all prey on these women because that's where the money coming from. It's just as simple as that.
Okay, the
You
woman
know what I'm
money
saying?
coming
It ain't
from the
no
women.
deeper, it ain't no lesser. She got her circle of people that she hang around, and then she got her audience of women that puts money in her pocket. T.S. Madison is just like Jay Wilson and Sean Bradley and QB. They ain't no different, Mr. Cole. They all the
Yeah.
same. It's just that she got more exposure. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
as far as her saying she
Well, I
loves women,
did
of
say
course she
she
gonna say that
along
because
the
that's
people
who
in
her
our
audience
sector.
is.
I did say that. I said the men in our sector as well.
She ain't no different from the rest of them. She capitalized off of straight women. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
what it
like Jay
is
Wilson
these
keep talking
straight
about
women, they need to
Tracy.
get their mind right because they so busy wanting to band with people that's not even real women. They need to band with each other. There's a lot of shit. It's a lot of stuff going on that they need to focus on rather than trying to band with somebody who really don't care about you for real.
All
Her
right.
circle consists of punks and sisters. It is what it is. I'm just keeping it real. If you see the people that she hang around, it's probably one or two women, but after that, she hanging around a bunch of men, or men that are like women. It is what it is. But her audience is women. So at the end of the day, all that loving women and all that this and that, if that was the case, you would see more women around her all the time besides her mama. But that's not what
Right.
you're seeing, Mr. Cole. So
Oh,
it's all about the catchphrase. It's all about the slogan. It's all about the money. That's what it is. And the women, y'all straight women, y'all need to think what y'all doing now. Y'all over there supporting people. Y'all supporting men that really don't even care about y'all for real. Y'all tripping. Like all these people that's all these in these little groups under these men. These men ain't worried about y'all. It's the fact that y'all giving them money. That's really what it all boils down to is the money factor. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing. It's like for some reason these older women either think they gonna change these men or they think that, this person really is down with them for real. Man, them niggas ain't down with y'all for real like that, man. Y'all need to stick together. I'm telling you as a grown ass man, y'all need to stick together and think about what you're doing. Putting money in the wrong places,
we
man.
need to stick
It is what
together.
it
They
is though,
don't care
Nicole.
about real women, biological women. Did y'all hear Craig? Thank
For
you,
real.
Craig.
That's real
Thank you,
talk.
Craig.
That's real talk.
Thank you.
All right, Nicole, you have a good one. All
Thank
right,
you.
boo. Bye.
Did y'all hear that? Craig said that we are being dumbfounded out here in these streets. That they just using us for money. And that they don't really got no love for us for real. Y'all got to go back and listen to that on the tape. Now it ain't nothing that we ain't heard before, but there's nothing wrong with listening to it over and over, damn it again. Because like I said, if a person say they love black women or they love women, but we're black in the sector, majority of us is black in the sector, but every time you turn around, you're talking about Nicole Tyler features. You're talking about if I can put a roof over, you're just doing everything to demean me and my character. You're demeaning the other women in their characters that you say you love and respect women, and you got women giving you money in your damn chats. But yet, when a guy clap back at you, you don't give him no smoke. And we all see this crap going on in our sector. And I'm going to tell you the truth. We saw it with T.S. Madison. We seen it with her. We seen it. I know y'all love T.S. Madison. That's great. You should love T.S. Madison, but call out the BS. Stop it. We're grown. You say you want to change. Say it. Do it. Live it. Believe it. Now, what I witnessed is her going at Nick at night and got all belligerent around Tasha K. I witnessed her going at Michelle Brown, saying she smelled like fish and all this weird stuff, this crazy stuff. And fucking Dineva ain't no better. He the one said it too. But when the men come at, ain't got no smoke for the men, because they sticking together. But we want them to respect us, and we ain't respecting our damn selves. And see, and that's why I be sitting up here in this damn car trying to promote love and unity with my sisters, with y'all, so we can open up our damn eyes. And let me say this about Wiley. Wiley ain't no damn better, because I was in the chat and everybody voicing their opinions and this and that and that and this. Wiley don't understand. Wiley don't understand no damn woman. Wiley don't understand you. Wiley cussed and beat up his own mother. This ain't nothing against you, Wiley, but I'm going to tell you the truth. How can you love and respect women if the first woman you sucked from her breast, you done beat her up? Let's keep it real. Are we going to sit up here and lie today? Are we going to keep on disguising it and masquerading it? Oh, you're talented. Oh, you're beautiful. Girl, you look better than a real woman. We giving them our compliments. But if they tell us you're a fish and we get upset about it, oh, when MVP say in the chat, all I see is y'all are triggered. That is what he said about us. We triggered. Call back. Call back. Do y'all think that we deserve that? Do y'all think that we deserve to say disrespecting us that we're triggered? That is the same as y'all are angry black women and y'all angry women. And we know we're not. See, because we love these people, we love them. They don't love us. Craig just told y'all it's the money. It's how you look your features. Oh, I like that, them cheekbones. Let me go to the doctor. They can afford it. We born with the damn things. We just living our day-to-day life. Hello?
Eat my ass, Nicole.
That sound like Terrence again, Lord. Oh, God. Hello? I tell you, that man just would not refuse to call this show. I don't know what this gap teeth woman did. But what I'm telling y'all is we got to stick together. We got to stick together. We got to come together. The same point I made about white people when they say, well, I got black friends. Every time I've heard white people say that, people around me get so angry. But you ain't been through what I've been through. You and your people did this to my people. This black people. But all in that chat, well, my brother is gay, that brother, da. The thing is that we love them. Do they love us back? We gonna love y'all. But are you gonna call us names like you just did not Mystery Van? Are we gonna get the love? Are you gonna take up for us? Hello? Hey, oh hey, Stunner. Hey, I'm saying, you know what? I've been yelling last night and I'm yelling again tonight. So, okay, let me let you on. Hold on. So that is the point. That is the point, y'all. Y'all see that? See how we can't do no, we stuck between a rock and a hard place. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, go ahead, Stunner. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Happy Wednesday to you.
And happy Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you.
You know how it goes. The beautiful thing about when we chop it up, so most times we on the same page, particularly when it comes to like right and wrong issues, but when it comes to LGBT issues, sometimes we differ because I do understand both ends of the coin. So I do want to respond to, I don't know what the lady was, but she had said something to the extent of that the trans women got to go through the same experiences as a woman in order to fully appreciate womanhood. I disagree with that.
No. What is the womanhood? What is the womanhood? I don't mean to cut y'all, but what does the womanhood mean to you?
She was saying the woman, I don't know what her name was, but she was saying something to the extent of, she started out by saying that there's no competition, and there is no competition. But I wanted to make clear, she alluded to the fact that that they have to go through physiological issues that women have to go through in order to appreciate womanhood. And that would be true if trans women were saying that they wanted to be biological women. They put a trans in front of the woman because trans is a certain kind of woman, and that's not a biological woman. So she will never have to go through the things that a biological woman has to go through. That's why she's a trans woman. And if you ask most trans women, they actually will say that they don't want to remove their penis. They're quite happy with their penis because men who date trans women actually enjoy trans women's penises. And trans women also don't want to go through the physiological changes that women have to go through. They just have the essence of what they call a woman. And even for trans women, I feel like it's more than just hair and just makeup. Trans woman is a certain type of woman. You're a beautiful woman, Miss Nicole. You're a brown skinned woman.
I gotta cut you
off. There's other, but let me say this though. There's other. No, go ahead.
The only thing, I agree with everything you said, but what she's saying is saying that when they say that they feel like they are a woman in the inside, they feel like their true self is being a woman. And she's saying, well, how is that so when they've never been a woman, having the physiological woman attributes that we have? How can they say they want to feel like a woman? So she's equating it to the physiological. You equate it to only the physicality and the essence. Right, but even if they got the essence and the physicality, you still can never feel like a woman. So are they delusional? Are they lying to themselves, or the essence that's what's making them happy? It's just the essence of it.
I think what it is. I think mentally, what it is mentally they feel feminine. Mentally they feel and grasp towards most of the ideologies and the way of being that women are. Mentally they feel like they're women is how I think that they would interpret things. And so mentally upstairs they feel like a woman. You could be a whole grown man but feel like a woman, and then when they decide to act on that physically, they're saying upstairs they feel like a woman. They're not saying that they can deal with the physical things that a woman can deal with, because those are two different things. A woman and a trans woman are not the same. A biological woman is a female.
But Stunner.
Yeah.
How can something or someone that's not a woman feel like a woman? You can't. That is impossible.
But let me ask you this though, because I don't know.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this, and let me employ it to some of the women in the chat.
Yeah.
What actually is the definition of feeling like a woman, because the excuses, not excuses. The reasoning, the reasoning.
I mean, not the
Yeah,
gonads, the fallopian
no, but let me
tubes,
say this.
all of that makes up our essence.
But those are all physical things. I'm saying, like, the trans woman will never have fallopian tube. A trans woman will never have the experience of ovulating. A trans woman will never bear a child. But I'm talking about, those are all physical characteristics. But I'm saying mentally, what is it that a woman differs from a trans woman mentally? Because you can't say cramps, because a trans woman ain't gonna get no cramps.
But how they gonna feel like a woman? But how they gonna feel like a woman? Because women have those things. Only women.
Right, but I'm saying they have those, and that's why it's a trans woman, because women have those physiological things, because they are female. But as far as a woman, what's the difference between how a woman feels and navigates through life and how a trans woman feels? Because I want to know, like, what's the big mental difference?
They just can't. It's just like women. We're more emotional. Men are not emotional. They will go through their whole life they ain't going to no damn doctor. They going to say yes, honey, and keep it moving. We're gonna be one. Well, we just want to talk to you. We can't help it. We are emotional creatures.
Trans women tend to be highly emotional because they're taking testosterone blockers, so they have a lot of estrogen in their system. So they actually do go through highly emotional moments because they are set up in that way. They have estrogen in their system. They can't have these breasts that they grow naturally, because all the breasts ain't breast implants.
But they gotta force that on them. That's a choice to put that in themselves to make believe or make themselves feel, telling themselves that they're feeling like a woman when we already got it naturally. We already feel like it naturally. Yeah. And then I still don't think they 100% feel like a woman.
Yeah, they look hard. Sometimes they can look a little fake.
I mean, nothing against it. T.S. Madison look real. It's not as authentic. It's not authentic, and it's synthetic because they're giving you these hormones that make you feel and make you believe that you feel like a woman. It's all of this to make you happy, to make money off the doctors getting all this money to make you believe something that's really not even true. I said it.
Well, I agree with you, because at the end of the day, I agree that there'll never be females. Where I disagree with you is the fact that, like, there'll never be women. They can never be females because they were born male. But as far as them being a woman, as far as the mental makeup, as far as how they think, how they feel, how they live their lives, I do agree that trans women can definitely be women. They can never be females. And like I said earlier, if you speak to trans women, because I've heard them say they don't even want to be females. They want to be a certain type of woman. Like, say for instance, right, like I was going to say earlier, you're a brown skinned woman, you're a beautiful woman. There's other guys, right? You know, because I got a lot of straight guy homie friends, and they like red bones with the big booty and the long hair. You have women that are 6 feet tall. You have women that are handicapped. There's no one kind of woman. There's a whole different type of woman. There's no way possible that a light-skinned woman can say to a dark-skinned woman, well, men desire me. I'm on the videos. I'm the cute one. Me and you don't share the same experiences, so me and you are not the same type of women. There's all different types of women, and what they're saying these days is trans women are just a certain type of woman that's not a female, and they never claim to be a female.
But this is the point was that caller was making, because that's what we're basing this conversation on, is that she said that she hear transgender women, or even the men that both of them, we ain't gonna leave out the lesbians. She's saying that they want to feel like a woman, and she, in her mind, she's like, well, how? Because you're never gonna be able to feel like we feel. You're never going to be able to feel it wholeheartedly and 100%, because look at all the stuff that we got to go through. We can't even help it, but you're being synthetically something put in your body to make you believe something that you can never be.
And I get that, but and my rebuttal to that is, I think that what she failed to realize is, and maybe she should go back to, I don't want to promote nobody else, but Armon had a live a couple nights ago with a trans woman on it, and maybe she should go back and listen to some of the lives with trans women on it, because trans women didn't never say that they wanted to feel like women wholeheartedly. Trans women acknowledge the fact that they were not born female, and they don't even want to deal with the stuff that you go through. Trans women are women, and that starts upstairs. It starts mentally for a trans woman, and that's the difference. They're not trying to go through the experience of being a woman wholeheartedly. A lot of them like the fact that they are trans. A lot of them like the fact that they're a different type of woman, and that difference in them, it just happens to be that they were born men. They don't want to be a wholehearted woman, and I feel like if they feel like that upstairs, and what Mystery Van said, I don't think Mystery Van was trying to be disrespectful to that lady. I think what it is she jumped out there because I've heard her before, and she kind of makes me nervous because like some women like that are really, really, really like they on 20, and they ready to like create this narrative of gay men versus black women, and that scares me because it's not a us versus you, because we all stand together in this sector. And what Mystery Van was saying was, why is it that people are triggered by what another person wants to be? And Miss Nicole,
it appears that way though, Stunner. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Stunner. It appears that way. I'm so sorry to tell you, Stunner. I don't know if you've been listening to the show.
No, you can keep it real with me. You know me. You keep it real.
You know, it appears that way because, like I said, you got a lot of our LGBTQ, namely the transgender and the gay men, who say they love us, but time, it seemed like we done threw a shot at them. They throw the kitchen sink, your cuckoo stink, you're ugly, you're this, you're that, your wig, this and that. But then time, another gay male say something, they support it. They might throw a little, but it ain't as much as they gonna throw us. So to me, there's some damn lying going on. There is some fabrication, lies, falsehoods. They lying. I agree with Craig. I agree with Craig when Craig said that is not no support, and that they do not love us like they say. And I'm going about it.
Okay, and let me rebuttal to that.
Okay.
Because when Craig said that, I feel like okay. The gay men out here. Listen, ever since I've been coming on this channel, I've been able to tell the truth.
Yeah, and tell the truth.
And so you tell the truth with me, even when we don't agree. That's why I rock with you so tough, because we really have adult conversation. First of all, you got some scam artists out there like Jay Wilson that 9 times out of 10 are using the black women that support him for financial gain. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but keep in mind, through the lifespan of the normal black gay man, a black woman has been his best friend, has been his number one ally, has been his support system, has been his confidant, and has been the only one that'll stick by his side. So for a dude like Craig to jump out there and spew that rhetoric, that's very dangerous, because in most cases, black women and black gay men, they go hand in hand. And I think it's unfair for us to assume that every black gay content creator that may read a woman secretly hates and does not support women, because I think in most cases, they actually love women, because women are the ones that treat them like human beings. Because when you cross over to the side of straight men, they don't want nothing to do with gay men. I don't agree with Craig. I think that's on a case-by-case basis. Because Five Baby is a black woman, and Five Baby is over here scamming black women as well. And so my thing is it's not fair to say that all. I think that there are some that are doing it, but not all. I think the gay men love y'all.
No, we talking about the ones in the sector and the people that we discussed in the sector and T.S. Madison. I agree with you to a certain extent. I agree that, gay men will love us.
They love you.
As long as we bend and accept them and accept all their terms and accept being called fish or whatever the fish go to, as long as we accept all that stuff. But the minute we say, the minute we don't bend to their demands, oh my God, you're homophobic. Am I lying?
Yeah, they do throw that word around there too.
I thought we were friends. I thought we had love. We ain't got no love. There is no love, because true friends will it would not come to that to where you gotta call names and all this stuff and throw the kitchen sink at you and all this stuff. Long as you are friends with these with them people, that class of people, I said it, and not all. As long as you agree. Time you disagree on whatever, oh, you're homophobic. Well, what does eggs got to do with ham? Oh, well, I see that it means homophobic in you. What the hell is going on?
I will agree to a certain extent. Like I said,
I agree.
There's people out there that are like that, but for the most part, I think that like when he called and has said that, I think that he definitely was stretching. And I will say, because I know other callers want to call, I will say that it's obvious that there could never be a competition if we're talking about trans women and we're talking about biological women. Why would they want to be in competition? There is no competition between the two of them because it just cannot happen physiologically. But as far as them being women, I feel like what Mystery Van was saying, and I don't disagree with Mystery Van, and I don't think it was disrespectful. This is just me, Miss Nicole.
Yeah,
what Mystery Van really was saying is, why would another person eat make you use the bathroom? I don't want to say SHIT,
right?
Because if there's a Chinese guy that is brought up in African American culture, and he considers himself African American, and he wants to call himself black. Now, maybe because I'm a man, I might say, well, look, you want to call himself black? Let him call himself black. I may jump out there like the woman did earlier and say, well, walk in a black man's shoes. I'll give it that. But what I'm saying is I know that he'll never be a black man because he's an Asian man, and him calling himself a black man don't got nothing to do with me. That's not going to trigger me because I know he ain't a brother. I don't have to get offended because I know that I am a brother, and that ain't never going to change. So another guy saying that he's a black man, that's not going to trigger me. See, it's a competitive underbelly thing, and what it really boils down to is a man.
I agree with that.
Because women by nature get competitive over men, and I think what people are not saying is, here we go with this other type of woman that's stepping up to the playing field, and now we got to compete with her as well. And so as soon as that comes up, it's like daggers get thrown out there because now you got to compete with trans women. Now you got to worry about your guy cheating on you with a woman that got a penis. You know what I'm saying? And that brings up a lot of insecurity.
We got to compete against white women or Asian women. We got to compete against all the women. Then we got to compete against a new woman.
And now you got to compete against a new type of woman. And so for women, I can understand like, damn, well, what's next? Like, well, we're going to have to compete against dogs because, guys, sometimes we can't be faithful and stay in the house and deal with one woman because there's a lot of temptation out there. And so they like, man, now I got to compete with women with penises because guys are going that direction now. So for a woman that wants a male, a woman that's dating, I can understand how that's frustrating. But let me reassure you, because I got a lot of homies. This is what
I gotta say to Tracy. I just read your comment. You said you gotta know your worth. This is what it is, Tracy. Black women are competing. This is what you don't see. This is what the issue is to some of us women who already know. Not that you don't know because you saying we know our worth as well. But guess what? The whole issue is that we're in a competition that we never knew we were in. What black woman you think comes out being a beautiful woman, working, raising their kids, think that they are in competition with a white woman and all these other women? We don't think like that. We in a competition that we don't know we're in, and we're being disrespected. And we don't even know why. We have the type of woman that Stunner is talking about. We don't even know we're in the competition until it's in our face. Like these, we're gonna stay on the topic of the transgender men and women. until it's thrown in our face, until we're getting called names and disrespected. We don't even know why. We're the mothers of the earth. Why the hell you calling me ugly and my coochie stinking, all these things? Why are you telling me all the things about my children that I've had? Why are you telling me about my body? We don't come out. We are strong individuals when we come here out the earth from the slaves.
No doubt about it.
The thing is that Tracy, we already know we're worth everything. The thing is that's mind-boggling is that we're in a competition that we never knew we were got dogged on in. We come out thinking we the ish. And then we come out, all these people competing around us, and we're wondering, okay, what's going on? Why nobody's looking at me because I'm brown? What the hell is going on? I see the other women are getting men. What have I done? Am I stinking? Am I ugly? Oh my God, the transgender, she's beautiful. Maybe I should look like, see, that's what the thing is that we're competing and we don't even know the hell, we don't even know what we done. And then we find out what's going on. And when we speak up about it, you're angry.
Right.
Just sit down and shut up. It's because of you your children are in jail, or it's because of you that this is going on, or it's because of you that you can't keep a man. Everything, now we're being blamed for what we didn't even know what we're going. See, that's the thing, Tracy. We come out knowing our strength. We come out with that. It's innate inside of us. See, when you see, the thing is, to me, is some people disconnect from that feeling. See, I don't want to disconnect from that feeling because that's what the slaves had to endure. So I need to feel what they feel when they feel unwanted or loved, or they being raped by the master and their husband is watching. I need to feel all of that to be me and to get to you all.
Oh yeah.
See, that's why
let me ask you a pointed question, Ms. Nicole, because I agree with all that, and I definitely agree with the value of black women. I come from a black woman. I lost my virginity to a black woman. I've loved black women. I agree with all of that. But what I'm saying is if let me ask you this though. If a trans woman, and I just want to hear this from you. Yeah. If a trans woman that don't got nothing to do with that story that you just brought up, that can never identify with that struggle that you just brought up, that does not bear that root essence that is within you, if a trans woman decides to call herself a woman, what is it to you?
Because they're trying to be something that I already am. Like somebody said, like you just said, it's an underbelly, it's a competition going on. Because somebody trying to be me. They trying to feel like a woman, but you cannot. How you gonna feel like a woman and I'm born like this, and you gotta get synthetic hormones put in to make you feel like me? Well, everything I'm feeling is authentic. Everything I'm feeling is organic.
Understood. But what I'm saying is, what's confusing to me is, why would a transgender woman, and I'm not getting ready to invalidate them as women. I'm not.
Yeah, well, you can say women.
Why would a transgender woman? They can't turn it. They can't do nothing to compete with who you are and how you feel and how you're set up and your past experiences. They can't do nothing to get in the way of that. That's power right there. That's beauty right there. That's queendom right there. A transgender woman ain't got nothing to do with that.
But apparently, if I'm in a society where everywhere you look, there's a parade for these people. Everywhere you look, there's a commercial saying, this is popular. Do this, do that. That's popular. It ain't me that's on the TV. When you look at the commercials, there's black and white couples, and I ain't got nothing against that, but I'm telling y'all what I'm seeing, and y'all are seeing it too. So don't sit up there and act like that you ain't seeing it too. You saying that they don't got I got the power, but if I got so much power, then why is everything around me going towards everything against me?
I get that. NBA players got the light skin and mixed wives when you turn on videos.
It might not be their fault, but at the same time, maybe they weren't set out to compete against me, but society has made it good for them to compete against me, and with that comes a sense of entitlement. It's a sense of, I can say that you're the FISH word, and if you say anything against me, I can go and I got a whole crowd of people behind me, and I got news media. I got the celebrities that's on my side, and who gonna hear you, little black lady? Who gonna hear me? Right. Society has made it so that's popular. And I don't blame you if I had the president saying, yeah, we're gonna give you rights. If I had the Democrats saying, yeah, y'all deserve reparations, I would feel like, yeah, we're winning. But they're not giving black people reparations. They're giving it to the LGBTQ.
Yeah, they
when I look on TV, I see the men and men kissing.
They definitely ain't winning.
I see the women and women kissing.
Struggle.
Yeah. I don't see black on black kissing. I see black and white kissing. I see man on man kissing and women on women kissing. But you're telling me that I'm so powerful. I'm powerful, but who gonna know it? Have y'all heard me? Have y'all heard me ever say that I'm in the woods crying, nobody hears me? How does that make me feel? I mean, who gonna hear me? Who gonna hear my frustration?
Right. Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. I really do understand where you're coming from. But I guess for me, myself, I'm saying, like, if I could have a moment with you, I would just say, you know, at the end of the day, I agree with Tracy, man, because it's like who I see you to be and who I know you to be as my friend that I never met. We just talk on the phone online.
But guess what I
got? I see all of what you said that you were. I see that in you, right? I see that you're a high vibrational person.
But guess what I can say?
I'm saying no other human being can get in the way of that.
But what Tracy take that? Hold on. But what Tracy take that same energy and told me or people similar to me and say, well, you got the power, you got to own it, and it's an insecurity there. I said the insecurity part. Would you take that same energy and put it to them, the ones who's feeling like, I got to be a woman? Will you take that same energy that you're giving to me and give it to them? But see, you feeling sorry for them.
Okay, but give it to them. I'm curious to know.
You giving them sympathy.
Give it to them, like give it to them how? Like, what would you say to them?
I should already be powerful. I should already have it inside of me. And then I should already come out with it, but what about them? Why they can't come out with it inside of them? It ain't a disability. It's just that you want to be different. All of us want to be different. But if they want to be more different than me, I'm supposed to let it slide. See, that's what I'm telling you. We got to keep on bending. See, I love Teresa, don't get me wrong, but she's telling me that I need to bend, but they can't bend. Is it me? Is it me, y'all?
I didn't get that. I didn't get that because you don't have to bend. All you have to do is be you.
Well,
like you ain't got to bend.
Right,
you ain't got to.
Well, why they can't
all
be
you
them
have
then?
to do is be you. You are already what it is that a lot of them
then why they can't be themselves?
So what we saying is like, they don't have nothing to do with you. They
I gotta be me?
You.
Why I gotta be me, but they can't be them?
But I mean, if they are being them, though.
How are they being them? How are they being them? They want to change who they are. They want to change the way they were born and think. That's what I want to talk to you about when you saying they want to be them true selves. Now, to me, if I want to be my true self,
is they want their outside to match how it is that they feel on the inside. And if they go through all of these surgeries and they go through all of this therapy and they go through all of this effort to live their lives as a woman, then that is being them because that's who they are. Like, you are who you show up as.
How can you be something that you didn't grow into? You just put something on you and put something off, or you put something on you. How can that be you if you did not grow into it like we grew into who we are today?
I'm saying that for me personally, I don't have an acute view into the psyche of a trans woman. I don't know what's going on in the trans woman's mind. It would be beautiful if I could figure that out, but I can't. But what I can say is mentally, they probably feel like they have evolved into what you see on the outside. And we can't battle with that. We can't compete with that. That's something that happens from a young age, like Dwayne Wade's son. They get to feeling how they feel. And if it's consistent and if their mind doesn't change, they will tell you that they've been feeling like women since they were 3 or 4 years old. So their mind actually has developed into something beautiful for whatever it is that they got going on. And what they do is they make the outside match the inside through physical surgery. But trans women often say that the outside don't got nothing to do with how they feel on the inside, and how they feel on the inside is that they are women. So it does happen. They were born with their own little level of beauty. It's not the same as yours, but it's their own level of beauty. And I ain't gonna take that from them either, because every individual, black, white, orange, yellow, green, is beautiful in their own right. I may not understand the plight of a trans woman. I may not understand the mental capacity. But what I'm saying is if you want to call yourself a woman, that don't have nothing to do with me. That's not offensive to me. That I support it. I stand on it. I feel like that's not going to take anything away from my manhood. And let the truth be told, that can't take anything away from a womanhood. I know women get a little nervous, but when it comes to guys, dig this. Straight guys are like this. My best friends are heterosexual, married to their wives. They don't cheat. They don't sleep with trans. Nothing. That I believe that disgusts them. The thought of it. If a man loves a man loves a woman. You can have 50,000 trans women with voluptuous breasts and big old booties and looking just like women. A man is going to be with a woman. A man wants a woman. A trans woman can never get up in there and break up what a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman got going on. It ain't possible because a man wants a woman. So black women, let the truth be told, you ain't got nothing to worry about. There is bisexual men, because that woman that was on here, she was trying to make everything seem black and white. There's something called a Kinsey scale, and sexuality rotates on that scale with men and women, because men are not the only one that are bisexual. There's lesbians out here as well, and there's women that are bisexual as well that are married to men, and there are DL lesbians that like to dip in the lady pond every now and then and cheat on their husbands with women. But they only talk about gay men that do it. But women do it as well. But my point is, sexuality is gray. It's not black and white.
Right.
So of course there's going to be some men that do love their women, that are sexually, emotionally, and physically attracted to their women, that may have the capacity to deal with a man as well. And so that's when you tell that woman, you don't do it in the dark. But it's not as simple as, okay, well, now we got trans women here, so all my dogs that like women, they're going to go after every woman. Guys ain't doing that. They don't want nothing to do with no trans woman. You find a couple like Malik Yoba who are bisexual guys. I'm not going to say he's gay. They're bisexual guys, so they can deal with a trans woman and like her penis. But the average guy ain't going nowhere near an individual. I don't care if she got breast, booty, whatever. If you got a penis, a guy is not touching that. I can tell you that from a man. I don't care what I'm gay or not. I can tell you that from a man's perspective. A guy ain't going nowhere near a woman with a penis. So a black woman ain't got nothing to worry about when it comes to the game of competition, because there is none. And black women and trans women are two totally different things. There's still women, but a trans woman can't take nothing away from you as a woman.
I believe that to a certain extent, because like I said, it may not be no competition, but the society that we live in will make you believe that there is competition. It may not be. It's not. A lot of times, it's the government, it's the society, it's commercials, it's the billboards that's telling you this is in. That's not in anymore. And that's just reality. Do anybody have another question before Stunner go and before I go? Because I have been on since like 5:45 or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna rotate, but before I leave, Mr. Carr, I do want to say
I think this was a good conversation. Y'all know it take a while for it to get heated. I want to thank all of you all for watching these videos. I know they've been long because I don't really like to go too much over an hour, but I want to thank all of y'all for staying over here and dealing with me, dealing with my loud vocal cords. Dealing with y'all mean in our conversation because we veered off, but we came back. I hope you all got something out of this. None of us that has called or me, in my opinion, is homophobic. These are all talking points. I'm sure that myself and Stunner and all the people that called and you all in the chats and everywhere, that we do promote love. We promote togetherness and harmony for everybody. These are all talking points for us to learn, okay, and us to grow, okay. So that's what it's really all about. Is there one more question anybody wanna ask? Because I'm really enjoying these conversations. I really am. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
And I want to thank y'all for being with me. And I know it's long. I like when Stunner says he's gonna rotate. I use it saying with that too. Oh Lord, what is going on? Anybody
Can I say something? Can I say something on Miss Nicole?
I don't see nobody with another question. So we do got another caller. Let me let you. Hopefully this ain't a next. Thank you for the super chat. Hello? Hello?
Miss Nicole.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Nicole.
Hey, Stunner.
I just wanted to say.
I thought
Miss Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to calm down because I don't want to scare the gentleman that just said that. I seem very scary
I got Stunner
for him.
on hold. I don't even know how I got him on hold.
Okay. Well, take note.
Oh, he didn't call. He'll call back if he want to. Okay. Hello, are you there? Stunner?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here too.
I think the young lady. Thank you all for being patient. Let me ask y'all before we start. Do you all agree to be on this phone call together? Because Wolverine. God bless his soul. God bless his heart. Bless his heart. He put it out there like I was this bad person, and I merged the calls, and he didn't really agree to it. So do you all agree? And this ain't a slight against you, Wolverine. Do you all agree to this, or you need me to one at a time?
No, we can definitely talk this. We can talk as adult.
You don't disrespect me or interrupt me.
I'm not disrespectful, nor would I interrupt you.
Okay. Do you want? Okay, I'm gonna let you speak first, ma'am.
Okay. Well, to Stunner, he commented and said that I was aggressive or it scared him. I mean, why would me voicing my opinion scare him? And that's the thing. They always put it, the angry black woman. It's not that I'm angry. It's the fact that I have to we have to defend ourselves against certain situations like this. I'm not going to lay on my back and just take it. I'm not going to do that. And the thing is, I noticed how quickly he jumped in to defend Mystery Van. Mystery Van is a grown man. He can defend himself. And when I asked Mystery Van in the chat, would he like to confront my husband since he thinks that I'm a lonely woman, he disappeared. And see, this is why, from these experiences that I see,
thank you, Miss Hampton.
That's going on. This is why. This is why.
And thank you, Pink
I
Eyes.
surround myself
Great
in certain
show,
spaces.
Nicole. Great show.
I
thank
don't
you.
allow. I don't allow gay men in my spaces because of this. And Nicole, you've seen firsthand what Terrence did to you. Soon as they get mad at you, what do? Disrespect you. He talked about the way you look, cussed you out like you was lower than dirt. But then they get upset because somebody like me don't want them in my space. I don't have to accept you in my space. I don't have to. And that's just what it is. Because the first time I disagree with something you feel because you feel like I should just bow down to you, forget about my morality or anything else. I should just go along with what you think is right. But what I'm saying is not right. And the thing is, this is going to be a never-ending circle. This will never get solved. It won't. It will never get solved. And the thing is, a gay man, even a straight man, you cannot sit up here and tell a woman how they feel or what they go through. Because guess what? I know I might be giving out too much information. I have a cycle. I'm bloated, blood clots, cramping. It is painful. I bear 5 children, 2 of them which were twins. I had to be cut open. You will never know how that feels. I breastfed my children. A man will never understand that connection when you breastfeed a child. And to this day, my oldest is 23 years old. Do you know I still have milk leaking from my breast? I am 41 years old. I have a 23-year-old son. I have 19-year-old twin boys. I have a 17-year-old daughter. And I have a 16-year-old daughter. You will never understand that. And no, I'm not saying you have to bear kids to be a woman. It's a biological genetic thing. And even if you can't, you still gonna go through things. That a man, regardless, you go get a surgery, you will still never be able to go through that or feel. It's like makes you like a Mr. Potato Head. You can put parts on and take parts off. That's not what we're doing. We have to live with this. I have to live with stretch marks from having children.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Can never tell me.
Okay, ma'am.
Never tell me.
How
a woman can feel. Or what a real woman is.
Let Stunner answer you. Let Stunner answer you. Let him get 5 minutes like you just got 5 minutes. Stunner.
Okay. Well.
I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
All right. Well. I've never met you. First and foremost, how you doing? I'm Stunner. I'm over here with the family, Hearts and Roses, and so we just have like grown debates. So I definitely won't come in disrespectful. I wasn't going to interrupt you, and I do understand what you were saying. I do want to just debunk one of your theories because you didn't scare me when you said what you said at all. That didn't scare me. That didn't harm me at all. What I said was a lot of time when rhetoric comes out in the chat, there's a narrative that will spin out of control. And I'm not saying that you did this. I'm just saying that this is what happens. There's a narrative that spins out of control. And then all of a sudden it becomes gay men versus black women. And that scares me because this is a black woman's channel who I happen to respect. And I spend my time over here and I don't ever want it to be uncomfortable for me as a gay man, because when that happens, then I'm going to stop spending my time over here. And so I get real nervous in the chat because I see homophobic things, and I do, and I'm not playing the gay card. I'm just telling you what I see. I see homophobic things, not from everybody, because the majority of people over here are critical thinkers, and that is offensive to me because I'm a homosexual man. As a man, I respect your journey and everything physical that you went through. I actually identify black women as queens and I hold them up. I can never ever tell you about how to be a woman, just like you can never tell me about how to be a man. I completely agree with you there, and I will never step outside of my lane and try to do that. As far as you not wanting to occupy spaces with gay men, if you met me and your husband met me, y'all would love me because we're going to get on that stage table, we're going to drink, we're going to have a good time, we're going to chop it up. But do know this as well. Stunner don't never want to be in no space with nobody that don't want him in the space, because I have a college degree, I'm independent, I'm educated, I'm a loyal person. And for somebody to say just because I happen to be a black gay man that you want to stay away from me, then I would say stay far away from me, because I did nothing to harm, I do nothing to disrespect. And if a guy jumps out there and disrespects Miss Nicole, I am the man on her platform that is going to get him together. I still got some that I got to check, because I protect black women as a black man first and foremost. And I just want to make that 100%
I appreciate it.
Okay, let me answer this.
Okay.
Okay, this is my personal situation, and I said this before. This is with personal experiences. Okay, let me tell you what my personal experience is. In the past, not even in the past, I'll take it up even further. About 3 weeks ago, for one, I'm in Houston, Texas. Okay, there's a certain area around here called Monroe, where it's mainly homosexual areas. It goes towards the Galleria area. Me and my husband, he took me out to a nice restaurant that I like. And granted, we know there's homosexual people around there, so there's no homophobic, because we're not scared of nobody, okay? But the thing is, when my husband has to point out, why is this gay man looking you up and down, it has to actually say something, because I didn't even see it until my husband walked up to him. I was like, what is he doing? And my husband's like, is there a problem? Well, all of a sudden, he's kind of backing down. And see, that's not the first time I had the experience where I've had gay men look me up and down, have an issue, or if I don't want to have conversations with them, because for one, I'm just not that person. I don't even know you. Why would I want to have a conversation? I get the dirty looks, I hear the snide remarks, And I've also heard from like some friends, like the first thing a gay man wants to say, I'll take your man, all this crazy stuff. So you can't say that, you can't do those type of things with everybody. Because especially somebody like my husband, no, he's not scared of no gay men. He's not homophobic, but you're not going to disrespect his wife.
Absolutely.
And he's going to jump in and say something. I don't have a problem with gay people, but the thing is, when you start thinking that you're more than me, or replacing me, or better than me, I can't be around you. And the thing is, it's so much, I see so many other women getting disrespected, like Miss Nicole. The reason why I started calling it, I would usually just watch. Because all the other stuff is nonsense to me. All this like the little stuff on the YouTube with the 5AJ whistle. But when it's situation
Tracy,
like this, I like to call in.
Tracy, call in after their call, Tracy. They doing their
I see Nicole,
they're doing their call together.
Nicole getting disrespected by gay men.
Tracy, call in after their call.
And let's be real. On this platform, I have seen just about every gay man on the YouTube platform that they all concerned with, they disrespect every woman. They disrespect Tracy. They disrespect Nicole. Even 5A. I mean, that's like they sat up there and said Nicole is mad because her husband left her for a man.
Yeah.
And it's not even true. You don't even know.
That ain't even true.
Just like Mr. Van didn't know me. Mr. Van sat up there and told me in the chat that, oh, I'm scorned. I'm lonely. No, I'm not, dear. I've been married over 20 years. My husband goes to work faithfully every day and takes care of me and his children. And I have sons that will do the same thing. And my grown sons, if you disrespect me, they will come at you the same way, whether you're gay or straight.
Tracy. Hold on, Tracy. Hold on.
I have daughters.
Hold on, Tracy.
I'm not going to let anybody disrespect my daughters either, because I have a 17-year-old daughter.
Okay, ma'am.
Got a 4-year
okay, ma'am. We gotta come to a close. We gotta come to a close.
Because the way she
ma'am. Stunner.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make a quick rebuttal, Miss Nicole, because I know y'all gotta come to a close.
Yeah, because Tracy is calling in too, so I'm gonna let Tracy be the last call, because it's 9 o'clock here on the East Coast.
Okay.
What is your closing remarks, Stunner?
No, I'm not. Let me say this. Well, number one, like I said, once again, it was a pleasure to meet you. I hope that I conducted myself in a different fashion that could give you a different taste in your mouth of gay men, because I would never disrespect you as a black woman. But what I want to say is, please don't put these issues and these experiences that you experience on all gay men.
Right.
You're a woman, so I guarantee, and you've been a woman for 41 years. I can guarantee you that you'll get more looks up and down from other women in your lifestyle than you will ever get from a gay man, because that's how y'all interact with each other. There are some gay men that do that, but you'll get that more from women. And then also too, I like to say that when people fall out on YouTube, the same amount of men that have disrespected Nicole Tyler on this platform, more women, black women that are sisters, that are supposed to be in camaraderie with each other, have disrespected Miss Nicole Tyler and black gay men. No, but I didn't. Let me say this though. Let me say this though. Because we're supposed to be. You see how she cut me off? Now she cut me off.
Hold on, ma'am. Let him finish.
No, I'm not bringing. No. Listen to me.
Every white person can call a black person a nigga.
And this.
We're talking about the man being.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me, love.
What's wrong with Mr. Van?
Listen to me, sweetheart.
We'll give you one more minute. One more minute.
I'm okay. Can I get my minute? Can I get my rebuttal, please?
Let him get his 1 minute so we can go.
You're talking about the men. I'm talking about what I want to talk about. I'm rebuttaling to you, and what I'm saying to you is, if a white person has a negative, listen to me. Listen to me.
All right. We're gonna end.
See the thing.
I know we're gonna end.
And I was being respectful.
I know.
What I'm saying is, listen. It's just, yes, I was being respectful to you.
All right, we're gonna end. Hey, Stunner, we'll conclude tomorrow night, and me and you talk all the time.
If you want me to have that energy with him.
All right. Woo. I thought that was a good dialogue. I really did. I think the young lady is very frustrated about what's going on in her town, and so the only thing that I can say is that you cannot generalize everybody, and that's men and women. You just can't. I'm waiting for Tracy to call. We just can't generalize people and say all people. You can't. You just can't do that. Hello, this is Nicole Tyler. What is your comment? Yeah, I want to go ahead on and get Tracy on. Yeah, it's a long night. Yeah, cause she calling in now. Yeah, so we gonna cook. We gonna talk about it tomorrow night. We'll just talk about it tomorrow night. Okay. Okay. Can you hold this till tomorrow night so I can answer her, and then we're gonna go. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. I love you. Okay. Bye bye. Bye. Okay, this is gonna be the last call because this has been a. I'm only doing these long. I'm doing these long lives like this. I'm doing these long lives like this because this is such a good topic, and I know that a lot of people feel very strongly about it. Cause y'all know I'd have been gone at about 7 o'clock. Okay, I'd have been gone. It's 9. All right, Tracy, what is your comment?
Everybody.
Hey,
Okay,
everybody.
Nicole, you were saying that transgender people, they want to feel like a woman. Now, but the thing is this.
I did not say that. Hold on. Not to cut you off. Hold on. A caller said that.
Okay, I don't feel that they want to. That was my whole thing. How do we? Okay. I don't feel that they want. We don't know. They're not going to know how we feel. So they're not trying to feel like a woman. In their mind frame, and I'm thinking of how it would be when you are born a certain way. It's in their whole body, their soul. They feel that they were born in the wrong body. Okay, so they're not trying to feel like a woman because they'll never know. They'll never achieve it. It's not going to happen because they won't even know. They won't even know how a regular woman's supposed to feel. They want to look how they want to how they feel. They're trying to match up how they feel with their appearance, and they feel that they are a woman. They were biologically. They know biologically they were born equipped with male organs and everything. Okay, so it's like when they are trying to go and get, maybe they want to have their private parts taken off or whatever. This is something that it's something they need to do to complete themselves because they feel like that they are not themselves. And people don't understand it. I'm like, it's not as simple as, oh, well, we're better than you because, oh, I had surgery and this and that. No. I think they have to fight a lot. We have to fight a lot. They have to fight a lot for their individualism, and people do not want to accept them. And so that's why I have no problem with them getting extra benefits or whatever they may need to get, or extra protection, and how they should protect us. No, it's not. We need to protect ourselves, and yes, we do need to protect as far as, have respect for us as women in general. But I'm thinking as we have respect for us and we're hetero women, then we need to respect everybody. And if we do that, that's what we need to take it back to, because if we do that, then we won't have half the problems. But we out here tearing each other down, which I have no problem cussing somebody out because they're being stupid to me. It don't matter about the race or nothing.
Thank
but
you,
the
Charles
fact is that it's
Dodson. Many blessings, Nicole. You are working hard tonight, and we appreciate it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Go ahead, Teresa.
So my thing is that people are just, they are who they are. I mean, there's no competition. I don't feel like I need to compete with anybody. I don't wake up thinking that. I don't go into anything thinking that. If I have a gay friend, I don't need to be competing with anybody. If you feel that you have to compete with somebody, then it's not meant to be.
Did you, Tracy? Did you understand my point that I made? Is that we are in a competition that we didn't know we were in. Did you understand the competition? And did you understand?
Exactly.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm explaining.
No. You saying that we don't have to compete. What I'm telling you is that we don't even know we're competing because of society, because of the media.
That's what I'm telling. Okay, you're saying that we are competing because society is putting us that way and making us compete. I don't believe that though. We're making we control ourselves.
When you look at the news, okay, let me make a point. Okay, when you look at TV, do you see black on black love or do you see black on white love? More. What do you see now in the last 5 years?
I don't think of it like that. I don't.
But what do you see with your eyes? What do you see with your eyes? Because that's a form of programming. What do you see with your eyes? That is competition. When you look and you see gay love, gay love, they're holding hands, they're gazing in each other's eyes. That is gay love. They men on women on. But you don't see nobody. You don't see heterosexual love where we're gazing in each other's eyes. We're raising our kids. They show everybody else raising their kids right, but they're not gonna show me.
It's a matter of choices. When you think of it as it's that person's choice.
But do you agree that that's what you see on TV?
I don't look at anything. Look, Nicole. When you go into a room, do you see how many black people are in there? Because I don't. Do you?
But I was making a point far as we're in a competition that we never knew we were in. That was the point that I was making.
I'm responding to it too. I'm like, no, I don't believe that. There's no
I agree. If you say that,
us in a competition that we didn't know anything about. It's just that because this is becoming more. Huh?
No, I said I accept your answer because that's what you see. Okay, I'm just telling you what I see.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying. I respect what you're saying, but I'm like, there is no society to me. I don't believe that they're putting anybody make anybody, feel like they need to compete. Not at all. Because for what is how you're in control of your own feelings, and so it's how you project it. It's just like some people see the glass as half empty, some see it as half full.
Can I make a point? Can I make a point, y'all?
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all. We were in school, right? And so it's Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, right? And so the kids had to color Martin Luther King's suit. Now, all the kids know that Martin Luther King is black, right? They all got the brown face, black face. But guess what all the kids did? All the kids, and ain't even nothing wrong with this, but let me tell y'all, all the kids painted Martin Luther King wearing bright green, all neon colors, right? So we were like, what in the world going on? What is this? I mean, it looked nice that he was wearing bright yellow, bright green. And they said, well, we see the principal. The principal is always wearing all these bright colors. He never wear black, gray, brown suits. These are kids, what they see. So what I'm telling you, the point that I'm making is, well, nothing wrong with that, but I'm telling you, now we know in real life, whoever know Martin Luther King didn't wear no damn bright green, bright yellow suits. But the kids, hold on. Let me get it out 30 seconds. But the kids saw that, and that is what they wrote on their paper. They saw that Martin Luther King wore yellow, green, orange, all these tacky colors. Not tacky, but I'm saying for Martin Luther King. What I'm saying is I understand your point, but also the point is what you see on TV can reflect in your life. Okay, that's my point.
Of course it can. Yeah, of course it can, Nicole. What we see on TV can affect our life, but we're not. I mean, from my understanding, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how society, you said, is making us compete, and I just don't believe that. Now, we may feel if we have a feeling, we have to own that feeling, because nobody can make you feel a certain way. A feeling is just that, a feeling. Okay, it's an adjective. That's a feeling. Nobody can make you feel any type of way.
I'm not competing against nobody.
We allow it.
Well, I'm personally not competing against anybody. It's a talking point for the channel for tonight. But I'm just keeping it real that the environment and the news media and the government and all these things has put us at a point to where we are competing that we didn't even know we were competing. Do anybody get what I'm saying? That maybe it's not going over well. Okay,
no,
go ahead. I understand.
I totally get it. I totally get what you're saying, but do you get what I'm saying too? I don't feel that we are. You said that society is making us complete. That's just that's your opinion. This is my opinion. But I don't think that. I really don't think. How are they trying to make us? I mean, they cannot control your feeling. Now, nobody's trying to. That's kind of like saying people are pushing transgenders up on us. No, they're not.
Do you know people who start smoking? Then let me tell you, a lot of people, like even when I'm watching some old movies, they're smoking cigarettes. It looks like it's fun. It looks like it relaxes you. It looks that way. Before you know it, you start smoking. It's something that you see.
Marketing. It's all about marketing.
It looks something. It's a program. Marketing is out there. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And before you know it, you're smoking because you saw it on TV. It looked relaxing. It looked sophisticated.
I know, Nicole, but that's part of promoting. They do that all to promote and all this other stuff. But of course, we know better. We have our own feeling about stuff.
Well,
I'm not going to go out and smoke because I don't even like to smoke.
It's $1 trillion industry.
But, you know. Yeah,
okay,
so I see what you're saying, but I just wanted to say that, babe. But this is a good conversation. I'm really glad that you let me call in and talk about it.
I can't believe this is the first time I've ever really been on this long. But I understand. But you make your last point, Tracy. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Now, I was just going to say that was all I had to say is that, you know, when we start realizing that people are different, nobody is taking our men. Okay, the man wasn't yours if he can be taken. Okay, people choose to be with women because they want to. People choose to be with dogs because they want to. I'm not to say it's legal, but they choose that. Okay, so it's like you can, you know, you just have to. We have to respect everybody's opinion, and when we start doing that, we will be better. What we need to stop doing is generalizing. Because, like, I have a message for Mahogany Stars. This person was on my damn page telling me, "Well, Tracy, you're just so you're just so quiet, and now when it's an intelligent conversation, you won't call in or you won't talk about it. You're not live." I'm like, "Oh, do you know what I've been doing all day long? You don't know." And when I went in there and I got with her and got her together, then she deleted her comment. I was like, "You dumb bitch! Don't be trying to tell me anything like that. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm busy, and she's over there trolling me on my damn channel." I don't think so. But that's all I had to say, Nicole. I love everybody, and I respect everybody for their individualism.
Tracy always did. You okay? Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, babe.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Okay, so I thought that, you know, I'm sorry I had to cut Tracy off because it seemed like she's telling me that it's a feeling and that I just didn't think she understood me. I understood her, but I think that she did not understand me when I was talking about the society and things like that, and that we're in a competition that we never knew nothing about. That's weird, right? But I understand, and then I'm gonna go back and listen to it again so I can further understand her point some more. Okay, Tracy had put something in the chat to where it said that it was almost insinuating that what she was saying. In my mind, she was saying that, like she was saying, if the man, somebody can take your man, then he never was yours. If in my mind, if we think like that, nobody belongs to nobody. Why even get married? There's no need in getting married if the man ain't mine. I don't need to get married to you because you can just run off and I can run off and then run rampant like we got going on. Nobody belongs to nobody. You see how that could be taken and misconstrued like nobody belong to nobody. He won't never yours in the first place. You're right. Nobody belong to people anyway. So that's how I see that. And then I was thinking, she says, I'm trying to get to the point where I said what I said. She was saying something where I have to be more, I'm the one who have to be more focused or value myself. I'm the one who have to value myself, but I was saying, well, don't they need to value themselves as well? So it's like everything is on me, not me, but on the woman, on the black woman or the woman that you got to do all of this, but they don't. We just got to make sure that they're good. We got to make sure that they're happy. We got to get them the therapy that they need. If they need a transition, we got to be there for them. Everything is that we got to come out of our essence, come out of our spirit to make sure. And it ain't even just in that regard. It's all everybody. When it comes to, you know, promoting, when it comes to the immigration, everything. We gotta let them come into the country. They coming over here. They're over there. They don't have no jobs. Bring them over here. Okay. Civil rights, affirmative action. Forget it. Forget us and what we've been going through with redlining. Forget it. Give it to these people. What about women's rights? And basically it was white people in the beginning. White women. Forget black, forget that, because our husbands used to take care of us, but that's all right. Give it to the white women, they give it to them, and then we come later. And then we'll get less than what the white women are getting, but it's okay. We will take that because we got to take on that burden from every angle. That's what I've been looking at it since I've been alive. Is it me? So what I'm saying is all we got is our strength, our power, and our voice. That's all we got. And if that get taken away, we just really just done. That's how I'm going to end that. I hope everybody that watched this and stayed here, that y'all got what we was talking about, that you understood. We love everybody. These are just talking points. We're always trying to learn and grow from one another because that's how we love one another. Okay, y'all, it ain't nothing. We love everybody. Hey, I ain't gonna put groups. Ain't no groups. We're all together. Okay, y'all, these are only talking points for us to grow from. All right? Okay, y'all, I want to thank y'all for being with me. Thank y'all for my super chats and my cash apps. I want to thank all of y'all. Sorry about that. I am Miss Nicole Tyler. Thank you, Tracy, for calling in. Thank you, Stunner. Thank you, Yamin. Thank that young lady that called in. Thank you, Kay Breezy, for calling in. Thank you, Craig, for calling in. Thank you, Mystery Van, for being in there. Thank you, Manny, Battle Cat, Kind to Me, Shrimp Peen, Truth. Thank you, Truth. Thank you, TC. Thank all of you all for cash apping me. That didn't disappear, but I hope cash app and super chat. All right, I gotta go to bed. I'm getting tired. I love all of y'all. Thank y'all, Hearts and Roses, for being over here. Hopefully y'all take some of these points with y'all to other platforms. Okay, take some of these points with y'all so that they can learn from you. And y'all let these people know you learned it from over here on our platform over here. Okay? Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Hatch. Even you, Hatch. All right, I love all of y'all. Thank you so much.